Beautiful. Come plug up my microphone. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Kiki Loves Nigeria. How's everybody doing tonight on this Saturday? I forgot to plug up my mic, y'all. Hold on. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, but hang on 1 second. 1 second. And then I don't see the clip for my microphone. So, look, we're going to have to just bootleg it. I'm about to rig it. I done lost the clip on my clothes. So how y'all doing tonight? Can y'all hear me okay? If y'all can't hear me, let me know, please. There. Okay. If y'all can't hear me, please let me know. So, hey, how's everybody doing? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see what this says. Okay, it just says everything is ready. All right, how's everybody doing tonight? And welcome to Kiki Loves Nigeria. I'm sorry, I didn't see that comment. Hold on, let me go on here. Put the comments up here. I want to know if y'all can see, if y'all can hear me. Hold on. Let me share this one so I can see. Did y'all say, hold on, that one's too far. Let me put it on my phone. 1 second, y'all. I'm about to bring it up on my phone so I can see what this says. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How you doing tonight? So can y'all hear me all right? Hello, Mrs. Forbes. How you doing tonight? Okay. Yes, good. Okay. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm doing great. Look, what I want to talk about tonight, I want to talk about. How y'all doing? Oh, hold on. Hold on. What I want to talk about tonight, I want to talk about. Oh, let me introduce myself. I forgot. Hey, for those who don't know me, for those who are, this is their first time coming, I want to welcome you to my channel. My name is Kiki, and this is Kiki Loves Nigeria. And on my show, we talk about things that have to do with your repatriation journey, okay? Either to Nigeria or either to the Gambia. We talk about those two countries. Sometimes we talk a little about Cameroon, not that much, but we mainly talk about the Gambia. All right, my travels there and my experiences there. And we talk about issues that impact your repatriation journey to the Gambia also. So we talk about a lot of different things on my channel. I do a lot of research, qualitative research on different issues that will impact your repatriation movement to the Gambia. All right, so that's what I talk about. And who I am, again, my name is Kiki, and I'm Kiki Loves Nigeria. Where I'm from, I am from the great state of Ohio. All right, so look, tonight, like I said earlier, I got ahead of myself. We're going to talk about this, how much it really costs to live in the Gambia. Because, people, I think, this is what I think. I think what people have been telling us is not exactly true, okay? And I'm going to tell you why I think this. I think this for several reasons, all right? Well, first, my own experience. All right, when I was looking to try to just repatriate just like that, just get up and go, first I had to find a place to live. So I wasn't going over there and looking for a place to live. I wanted to have a place to live lined up before I got there. All right, so I'm looking for a place to live. But these places, the rental prices are ridiculous. The asking prices are ridiculous. What they're asking for rent when I was looking in the Gambia is what they nearly ask in the city that I live in. Okay. But for rent in the city that I live in, that's going to come with amenities, like streets, infrastructure, things like that we already have. So you pay for your rent, but you get things for your rent. All right. But in the Gambia, it's a little different because it's a developing country. Okay. So you're going to pay for this house. All right. You're going to pay for the house, but 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have nice streets. You're not going to have a good sewer system. You're not going to have the infrastructure that we have here. You're not going to have the infrastructure that you're going to expect for that type of money, if that makes sense. All right. So that was the first issue. That was the first thing that I noticed. So I'm like, well, how are people going to the Gambia and with $500 and with SSI checks, and how are they living in the Gambia? That's what I wanted to know, because that's how the Gambia is promoted from what I've seen. I don't know about other people, but I'm telling you what I've seen. Okay, what I've seen, this is how it's promoted. It is promoted that you can go there with $500, you can go there with an SSI check, and you can live in the Gambia comfortably. But when I started doing my real life research on the Gambia, that was not the case. That was not the case. And then as I saw people coming to the Gambia, people coming, and then you see people leaving. Like they'd be there for maybe a year, the longest. I think Quasi has been there longer than any of them. You know, you see them come and then they go. And I'm like, okay, so there must be some type of issue in the Gambia that they're not telling us about. Okay, because if it was not an issue, you wouldn't see people coming and going like that. You just wouldn't see that. So I'm like, there's some type of issue. It's got to do with money. I'm thinking in my head, it's got to be with money, because even when I was in the Gambia, I know it was expensive. That's all I kept thinking, that if this country is supposed to be one of the poorest countries in Africa, why in some cases is it more expensive than Lagos, Nigeria? I don't understand that. I couldn't wrap my mind around how expensive some things were. Some things were not that expensive, but then some things were. Okay. And that's what I could not understand why. I couldn't understand that, because this country, where Nigeria is the richest country in Africa, this country is supposed to be one of the poorest countries, but it's really expensive to go there, and have a nice time. To me, okay, this is what I'm talking about, my personal experience, okay? Because I'm thinking from what these people are telling us, it's not that expensive. So I shouldn't be going over there thinking, Dad, paying $15 for a dinner, for a nice dinner. I wouldn't expect to pay. Now here, okay, yeah, you can pay $15, but $15 in the Gambia for a dinner, that's what I would pay here. That you shouldn't do that. You see what I mean? That right there was a sign to me. Wait a minute, this is what I pay in the United States. I shouldn't be paying that here. I don't pay that in Nigeria, and I don't pay it in Cameroon. So why am I paying it in the Gambia? Didn't make sense to me. But you just have to do what you have to do. So that was the other thing that made me really start researching this country. And I'm like, something is not right. These people, these repats who are over there, they're not telling us the truth. That's why they always got to get into some sham scam. That's why they always got to do that, because they need money. That place is expensive. I'm telling y'all, that place is really, really expensive. So even during the research, they're saying that, comparable to the United States. But these prices that they're saying on here, I don't even agree with these prices. I think it's more expensive than what this person was saying, what these people were saying. Okay. So that's why I decided I need to really look into this. I need to really look into this so I can tell us, so we can talk about how much it really costs to live in the Gambia. How much does it really cost in US dollars? Because that's what we want to know. We don't want to know about Dalasi. We want to know how much in dollars is this going to cost us to live there? And can we really live there for that little bit of money that they tell us that we can live there for? Is that true? That's what we want to know. All right. So how did I get this information? Well, I got this information. I just did a Google search, and I searched on what was that? YouTube. I'm sorry, YouTube. I forgot. I searched on YouTube. I did some videos. I like to use primary sources. Okay. So I did some primary source. I used some primary sources. I've got some articles where people actually did research on retired places to retire. And that's another thing about the Gambia that we are failing to realize. Okay. And that's why it's expensive, because the Gambia is the target population are retired people. All right. People who are retired, they are the targeted population of the Gambia. So if you're not retired, it's going to cost you more because you do more things. So that's why it's expensive. Because I'm going to tell you one of the things that's really expensive, I'm going to tell you in a few minutes. The retired people probably won't even use it like that. So that's not going to be a problem for them. But to the younger people, yeah, it will. And if you have kids, oh my God. So those people who are going there with all those kids, it's really expensive for them. It's really expensive. So that's how I got my information. I got my information from primary sources. I got my information from articles. The primary sources I used were articles and databases, different databases that talked about the cost of living index. I used that. And I also used videos. I watched different videos that people in the Gambia had made about the cost of living in the Gambia. All right. So that's what we're going to talk about. That's how I got the information. That's who I am. All righty. So look, I want to make sure I do this because I always forget. I want to make sure to ask you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. A lot of people have been subscribing. More people have been subscribing. Thank you so much since I've been asking. So thank you for honoring my request and responding by subscribing to my channel. So please subscribe and please like my video. All right, so let's get the conversation started. So first we're going to check the comments. So let me go up here. Yeah, I'm going to put my glasses on because I ain't going to be able to see this. Okay, so this one says, hey, I'm doing pretty good, Miss Bartlett. How are you tonight? How's everybody tonight? I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful day. Oh, SSI checks. I forgot. Y'all not gonna know. If you're not from the United States, you won't know what an SSI check is. Okay, but an SSI check is the government will give you here. If you're disabled and you can't work, the government will give you money. It's called a Social Security Supplement Income. That's what it stands for. Social Security Supplement Income. So Social Security is a program that they have here that is for retired or disabled people. Okay. So if you're disabled, it's for also widowers and people, children who've lost their orphans. Okay. And it provides income to those people to help those people along their way. So people get SSI checks. We call them we just break it down to the initials and call it SSI. All right. So they get those checks. And those checks are usually between maybe $1,500. It just depends. Some are less. Some are about 500. So I can say they'll be 500 to 1,500 because it's based on your income. It's based on how much you've worked. Okay. So that's why it varies. So they're encouraging this group. This is a vulnerable group of people too, because this group in the United States, they get all kind of benefits. Okay. So when they leave here and go to the Gambia with just that SSI check, they're not getting those benefits that they get here. Like they get assistance with food, they get assistance with housing, they get a lot of assistance. So they abandon all of that to go to the Gambia because they've been told by all these YouTube content people that, you can go over there with your SSI check and leave like a king or a queen. Okay. And that's what an SSI check is. So it's a monthly check that you get from the government. And there's a lot of people here who get those checks. So, and a lot of people are going over there with those checks. Americans, adult or kids get a check, correct? Yeah, kids get them. So it'll be a whole family, Miss Forbes. Sometimes the whole family get those checks. Like the mom will be getting the check, the kid will be getting the check, all the kids will be getting a check. So you get all kind of checks. You get all kind of checks. Supplemental Social Security. Yep, that's what it's called. Supplemental Social Security. Yeah, supplemental Social Security. That's what it's called. So yeah, it supplements your income. And those people will go thinking they can just live off that and just, have a merry old time. But when they get there, the reality sets in. And when the reality sets in, people have to up and go. Some of the Repat community in the Gambia work online and run businesses. Now, those people, I think they probably should be okay. Okay, but those people still need to come and tell us how much it costs, because now think about, how bad the internet is in the Gambia. The internet in the Gambia is not good at all. Not good at all. Okay, so the people working online, I'm sure they're having all kind of difficulties working online, for one, because the signal, and number two, how much are they paying for the internet? Think about that, Miss Forbes. If you have an online job, you got to always have access to the internet. So why aren't those people who have those online jobs, because they're always encouraging us to just do online jobs? Well, yeah, that's true. But here, it's easy to do an online job because we have unlimited internet and it's free. But in the Gambia, there's no such thing as unlimited internet. So how much are those people really paying for, those people who have online jobs? How much are they paying for the internet? It would be nice if they would share that with us. And do they have problems? Because there's online teaching jobs. I would love to do that. But is it stable? Is the internet signal stable? How stable is it? From what I've seen, it's not that stable. And it's really expensive. So I'm just curious. Why don't they share that in Jamaica? Yeah, why don't they share that? We need to know that. We need that. We need to know that. That's something that we need to know. I'm in Jamaica. Oh, wow. I bet it's nice there. Well, welcome. Thank you for coming. Yep, it's a monthly check. Cut monthly. Yep, they get it monthly. But from my understanding, they have to stay in the United States to when they get those checks. Okay. My understanding is that they have to keep a resident in the United States. And if the federal government find out that they're not here, that they're living in the Gambia, they can lose those benefits. And they don't mind cutting you off those benefits, honey. They will cut you off them benefits in a heartbeat. They look for ways to cut you off that. Yeah, the signal is it's pretty weak in West Africa. It is. It really is. And the signal in the Gambia was better than the signal in Nigeria. Can you believe that? Now think about that. Yeah, in the Gambia it is. It's pretty bad. It was really, really bad. All right, so that's why I want to talk about this. I'm trying to look at it through my phone, but that's so little. I can't see them little letters. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So I did some real research. So we're going to talk about real facts. Okay, we're going to talk about how much it really costs. We're not going to speculate. We're not going to sit up and guess. But some of this stuff, y'all, I don't even think some of this stuff is correct. I really don't. I think they downplayed it. Or either if they didn't downplay it, okay, I think that the market has fluctuated and changed so rapidly that the research has not been able to keep up with it. That's what I truly believe. Because to me, some of this stuff, the prices can't be right. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about whether we agree or whether we disagree with these prices, okay, what they're saying. All right. So what we're going to talk about tonight, again, is how much does it cost to live in the Gambia in US dollars. All right. That's what we want to know. So my source was an article called "The Cost of Living in the Gambia." Okay, this is a company that does research on places to live where you can retire. All right, so the Gambia, again, it is marketed as a retirement community. It is not marketed as a family destination. So that's the first thing. We're going over there trying to make this place a family destination, and it is not. It doesn't even market itself as a family destination. So it's going to be even more expensive. All right, because these prices, when these people did their research, they looked at for a retired person, not a young person, not a younger person with children, not teenagers, not any of that. All right, this place is for retire. It wants to, its audience, its target audience are retirees. All right, so let's go. Now, a family of 4 in the Gambia, for a family of 4 to live in the Gambia, all right, that's going to cost, now this is without rent. It's without rent. It's going to cost you $1,551. All right. That's 83,000 Dalasi. Again, for a family of 4, according to this research, it's going to cost you $1,551 a month, and that's without rent. All right, without rent. According to this article, because I looked at several articles, I think I only used 3 for this what we're going to talk about tonight, because it was too lengthy. It was a lot of information. So 59, according to this article, and to the index, the cost of living index. This is the part that was really surprising to me. Now, according to this article on the cost of living index, 59 living in the Gambia, if you move to the Gambia, okay, it's only 59% lower than living in the United States. 59%. That's almost 60%. So you're only really saving like 40%. Now think about that. Think how the world describes this country as one of the poorest countries in Africa. But one of the poorest countries in Africa, when you go there as an American with dollars, or as a Jamaican, because I think you guys have dollars too, the Jamaican dollar, I don't know what your currency is, but anybody from the West, can you believe that? That is 59% lower. That's it. But what I expected it to be maybe 70, 80, because again, this is supposed to be one of the poorest countries in Africa. How could it be that more? How could it be that close? That was shocking to me. All right. So then they go on to say, let's talk about rent. They broke this article was very detailed. They broke it down in categories, and that's what I did, because that's what we want to know. We want to know about how much does it cost for rent? How much does it cost for food? How much does it cost for transportation? How much does it cost for the internet? How much does it cost for chicken? How much does it cost for gas? Those are the things we want to know. We don't want to know these imaginary figures that you're just pulling out your head. We don't want to know that, where you speculating, thinking, and guessing and not telling us the truth, making people come over there, leave everything here, run over there, and then get over there and realize how expensive that place is, and then they got to come back home and start all over again because they done sold everything to follow this dream that's been sold to them by some people who be on YouTube begging. Don't none of them people have money. They're begging on YouTube because they know you need money to live there. I told you it's $15, and that's $15, y'all, for, I think I got some chicken shabab, chicken kebab. That's what it was. Chicken on a stick and some fries down there in the village. $15. $15. But I didn't care because I wanted to taste the American. I wanted to taste some food, some different type of food. So I didn't care. But just think, $15 for that? It wasn't even a lot of food. It wasn't even a plate full of food. It wasn't even that. It was just some little bitty fries and a little kebab of chicken. Maybe 6 little chunks for $15. That's what I'm like, no, this cannot be true. This place is more expensive than what it is. But people are telling us, but just think about it. Where do they get their money? From tourists. Tourism is how they make their money. So that's like going to California or going to Florida. Everything in Florida and California near them tourist attractions are more expensive. They're more expensive to live there because tourists come there. So think, people. We got to think. If this is a tourist attraction, if every year people come to this place, and y'all know they saying COVID is over. They basically saying COVID is over. So the Gambia is about to get their life back. These people are coming back. So every year, this is how they make their money. Every year, off of tourism. Now think. Don't you think that place would be expensive? Why would that place be inexpensive? Tourists go there. Of course you're going to mark it up. That's how you make your money. Tourists know they're going to pay more. It's part of tourism. It's part of a vacation. But us, the blind repats, believe in these YouTube content creators, believing it's a cheap, inexpensive place to live, but its number one economy is tourism. Now, how much sense does that make? How much sense does that make? We got to learn to think for ourselves, okay? So, rent, they say, is nearly 93% lower than in the United States, which is probably true because rent is high in the United States, but rent is high in the Gambia. So, compared to what? But we're going to talk about what they're comparing it to. We're going to talk about that, okay? So let's back up a little bit so we can understand what country we're talking about. All right, Gambia became independent in 1965, okay? But it was still under British rule. So even though it was an independent nation in 1965, it was still under British rule for a long time, until the 1990s, until the 2000s, when Senegal and the Gambia joined together to, break away from the Commonwealth altogether. Okay, they did that, but somehow Gambia wanted to come back, be cool with the Commonwealth again, be a part of it. So that's what they did. All right. So in 2018, the Gambia began rejoining the British Commonwealth. Okay. Now, the Gambia then had 1.5 million people. Okay. I don't know how many live there now. I think it's more than that. All right. So now we're going to talk about, let me stop. Let me stop and look at questions or comments. So anybody got questions or comments about what we just talked about, what we just went over? Because I got to remember to stop. If you're a U.S. citizen, you may receive your Social Security payments outside of the United States as long as you are eligible. Okay, so the Northern Star. Are you talking about Social Security disability? Are you talking about the retirement benefit? Or are you talking about Social Security, supplemental Social Security? Because that's different. So which one are you talking about when you say Social Security payments? Okay? Because there's one that you get when you retire. That one you can take anywhere, they don't care. You retire, but when you're disabled, I think there's different rules to when you're disabled. Okay? So that's the one we're talking about, Northern Star. So let us know, which one are you talking about? Okay? So let's see. Are they inflating? Yes, I think they are. I think they're inflating the prices because that's just what's going on in the world. And I think Gambia is just following suit. Just like in your city, wherever you are, Robin, I am, they're inflating prices. Food is going up, rent is going up, houses are going up, everything you buy is going up. Everything's going up. Everything is so high now, it's just ridiculous. It is truly ridiculous. It is true that that's all I can say. It is just ridiculous. And Gambia is just following suit to what's going on in the world, raising the prices to everything. But again, this is a tourist society. The Gambia is a tourist society. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to get that money. That's what tourist economies do. They make their money off the people coming there. So I'm going to raise the price because I know you're coming there for a vacation. Like I'm planning to go there. All right. So I'm looking at prices. What can I do? I can just say dag and get mad, but I still got to pay it. I'm still going. I'm still going no matter what. I'm still going. The ticket prices have jumped up to $4,000. Thank God I got mine before that happened. But ticket prices have jumped up. Why are the ticket prices $4,000? Because they know some people are going to be so desperate to go during that time frame that they're going to pay that $4,000. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody is just exploiting. At this point, it looks like everybody is just exploiting everybody. But Gambia got to make their money back. They haven't had to. If they make their money off of tourists, for 2 years, almost 3 years, tourism has been slow because of COVID. Now they really got to make their money. They haven't made any money in almost 3 years. Oh yeah, things are going to be really, really expensive now. So Let's talk about the cost of living index. Oh no. I'm sorry, y'all. I want to get your comments up here. SSI eligible again when he or she was outside of the U.S. for 30 consecutive days or longer. So you said you're still eligible for SSI when he or she is out, but can you live outside of, not go on vacation? So can you live, can you have a resident outside of the United States? That's what the question is. Can you have a, can you go there for 6 months and come back in 30 days? And no, not that. But can you not have a U.S. address and your address is the Gambia? Can you do that? That's what we want to know. Thank you. Because that's just a vacation. We're not talking about a vacation, because when I go there longer. But I want to know, when you go there and live there, 30-day presence requirement. Okay, now that doesn't make sense. 30-day presence requirement. I don't know what you mean by 30-day presence requirement, SSI. I don't know what that means. Okay, explain that to me. But again, we want to know, if you don't have a resident in the United, if I'm a resident, if I am living in another country outside of the United States, am I still eligible for my SSI benefit? Because a lot of people receive SSI and they want to know that. A lot of people are in the Gambia getting SSI. Hold on, y'all. I want to make sure I got these comments. Getting SSI, and they want to know. I'm sure they want to know. Oh, you live in Canada. Whoa. Well, how is Canada? How's Canada? Did I get all the comments? I think I did. Did I get them all? Let me check real quick. Okay. Yeah, we talked about that one. Okay, so I think I got them all. Yeah, so that's what we want to know. If you know that, Miss Northern Star, that would be really helpful. Or if you could look or something and tell us, if we don't live here, if we reside can we reside in a different country and get SSI? Because that's really important to know that. We really need to know that. Okay, I should have looked, but I didn't have time today. All right, so the index, we're going to talk about the cost of living index. We're going to talk about facts, not what I think, not what I feel, not what's in my mind, but what the data really shows. All right, so the data shows. So let me tell you what the cost of living index is. The cost of living index shows the differences between the cost of items, okay, like rent, groceries, and transportation. And those are the things we're going to look at in cities worldwide. So what it will do, it will take your city in the United States and it will do a cost of living index and compare it to a city like Banjul. So you will know. It teaches you the formula. So you will know exactly how much more it costs you to live there or how much less it costs you to live there. And then you can make a sound decision. You can make an informed decision on whether you really want to locate to this place or whether you just want to visit. All right. So let me explain to you how they get this. So the cost of living index is based on the location that you live at. Okay. So wherever your location is, you look for that. That location is given 100 points. 100 points. All right. So then you go look at, say your location is Banjul. Well, we're not going to lose Banjul. Say it's another country. All right. And they're 80%. Okay. So what you're going to do, you're going to take that 100, not percent, but you're going to take that 100 and you're going to take that 80 and then you're going to subtract it. Because remember, your city is 100. The cost of living index, whatever it has for that city, that's what you're going to subtract from 100. That the difference, that's what the cost of living index, that's the difference. It's either going to be less, so that's 20% less, or it's going to be more. In this case, it's 20% less to live in this city. Okay, you see how they did it? So say there's another city. Say you live here. Your city is 100. You look in the cost of living index, and let's say Amsterdam. Amsterdam cost of living index was 110. You still got to subtract. But Amsterdam is going to cost you 10% more to live there than in the United States. So you get how you do that? Okay, you got any questions about that? Let me go to stop right there, because you got to understand how they're coming up with these answers, how they're coming up with these numbers. So if you don't understand that, let me know. Hey, Places and Spaces. Yeah, they're probably not, because I can't, I mean, I know how they are. So, that's what I want to know though, because I don't know for sure. But if they say I don't have a resident here, I live in another country, are they still able to get Social Security disability? Not disability, Social Security, SSI, supplemental Social Security. Did you say flight? Girl, just yes. I wish I was lying. I wish I was lying. I was trying to come back early, okay? Because I wanted to come back early. I was trying to get a ticket to come back early, because the tickets have went up from the time that I purchased my ticket. They want me to pay the $4,000 to make any changes on my flight. I have to pay that $4,000. And guess what, y'all? That flight is full. I looked at it today. That flight is full. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Yes, it was unbelievable. But this is what's going on. This is the state of the world. And you're paying $4,000 to go to the Gambia, which is they describe it as one of the poorest countries in Africa. But we're paying $4,000 to go there. You see how the Gambia's not getting that $4,000. That's not going to the Gambian people. That's not going to the Gambian government. But see how we're being exploited every which way? Every which way. The airlines know, these African Americans, they love going to the Gambia. Because when I went, y'all, at the airline desk, the little young boy, I ain't gonna call him a little young boy, he was in his 20s. He said, "Ma'am, what's it like in the Gambia?" He said, "So many people are going there. I see a lot of African Americans going there. What is it like? Is it fun?" And I said, "Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's nice. You'll enjoy yourself." But see, for him to notice that, you think the other people who do the data on the tickets sold aren't noticing that? You think they're not noticing that? You think they're not noticing this rise in these trips to West Africa? So you think they're not going to tap into that and try to make money? Yes, that's what's going on. Everybody's making money off of us. Everybody's making money off of us wanting to go back home. That's how they're making their money now. What I just saw was unusual. SSI cut off after 30 days was usual. SSI is, yeah, it is. So once you repatriate, okay, what I just saw says usually SSI is cut off after 30 days. Right. I didn't think that. I didn't think they would let you go to another country. No, because that's their money. Honey, that's their money. They're not playing about that. You saying you can't work, you're disabled, right? I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing at all. So the government says, okay, we're going to help you out. We're going to give you a check. They're giving these people a check. And you think you're going to pack up and move to another country and they're going to pay for that? No. No. I know this U.S. government better than that one. I know them better than that one. They are less than 2,000. What are less than 2,000? They were less than 2,000, but not. And you know what somebody told me just? They said it depends on where you fly from. It depends on where you're flying from. Because when my sister and I were talking about going, when she was flying from Cincinnati, her ticket was much more than mine when I was flying from Dayton. Okay, so I think it depends on where you're flying from. All right, but it's $4,000. When I look, $4,000. Yeah, 4,000 with United. With United. Now go to United. Go to United. $4,000. But you know what? Just the price has, I noticed also that the price has been fluctuating. Okay. That's another thing about these tickets. So I noticed from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the prices will be 4,000. Then during the week, some days they'll drop back down to like 13, 14, 1,500. But then come Friday, back up. All last week they were 4,000. So I haven't checked today, so I'm not sure. But last time I checked, they were 4,000. That's a lie. I did check today. I'm sorry. I did check today because I was checking to see, because I don't like people sitting next to me on the plane. So I was making sure nobody was sitting next to me, because if they were, I was going to move. But guess what? There's no place to move, y'all. The plane is full. The plane is solid full. No place to move. No place. But thank God nobody's sitting next to me. So good. I'm happy so far. All right. So let's finish. So do we got any questions about how you get the cost of living index that I just explained? Did we get that? See? Hey, Tania, $9,000. Look at that, y'all. I told y'all. And it is, she's not lying, because I seen it. I seen them that high. I seen those tickets that high. And she is not lying. And I'm like, why? 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 I don't understand. I don't understand. But other than I'm going to exploit this people, I'm going to exploit their desire to love, to know Africa. I'm going to exploit them to no end. So if we don't look for ourselves, if we don't start understanding prices and things for ourselves, we're going to keep getting taken advantage of like this over and over and over again. You got to purchase them tickets early. You got to purchase those tickets at least 3 months in advance. Okay? When you see that ticket, if you think you're going to the Gambia, as soon as you decide in your head, I'm going to the Gambia, look on there, start looking, and look when it's cheap to go. Look for an inexpensive ticket. You'll find one, okay? Then when you find it, you get the idea how much it's going to cost, get your money together and get that ticket. Purchase that ticket at least 3 months prior to you leaving. You know why? Because the closer it gets to time to go, that airline is going to raise the price of that ticket. Yes, they will. Oh, well, yeah, 9,000. It sure was. I think that was last summer. Yeah, when it was warm outside, I believe that's how much it was. Almost 10,000. Yep. They will use you. They will do that. They will do that because they know you have family. They know you have loved ones. They know you want to get there. Anonymous says, that's unreal. Tania, should at least be. It was business class. Yeah, it was. Now, in all fairness, that was business class. That was business class. That wasn't regular class. But the 4,000 I'm talking about, that's economy. That is economy. I didn't even look at business. But hers was, I think that was business. That was business. But not the 4,000 ones. Those are just regular. I feel the airlines are trying to recoup from when everybody is. That's what I think is going on all over the world. Everybody's trying to recoup that money that they lost during the pandemic, and they're trying to recoup that money from us. From us, the consumer. We're going to pass it on to the consumer. We're going to make them pay more. They haven't been able to do anything for 2 years. We're going to make them pay. Wow, just a year ago, I got a round trip ticket for, oh my God, are you serious? For $3,700 on United. Man, not now, honey. That's economy. See what I mean? You see what I mean? Yeah, you won't be getting that now. You may get it early. If you get it early, like I said, or order your ticket, purchase your ticket early, you might can do that. But not if you purchase it. Not if you're trying to go like 30 days ahead of time. They're going to charge you up. Yep, they're going to charge you up. Because everybody's playing off our passion, off our desire to be connected with our people. Tania says, I have to be physically comfortable. I know that's right, girl. I got to be physically comfortable too. Because that flight, y'all, I kid y'all not. I have been to the Gambia and I've been to Nigeria so many times I cannot even count. But going to the Gambia, Lord have mercy. I've never been through all that. I swear it reminded me of that movie, Plane, Trains, and Automobiles. Remember that movie? I had to get on a plane. I had two planes, 2 trains, and 2 automobiles to get where I had to go. Excuse me. And I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. When I finally got there, it was the next day, and I was exhausted. I was exhausted, and I just couldn't, my mind just could not believe everything it had went through. It was just like, I can't believe I went through all of that just to get to the Gambia. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable what you got to do to go there. And then you got to pay, and it's taxing. It's physically taxing on your body. It's really, it's physically hard on your body. So this is a lot your body is going through. And you got to pay to go through that on top of that. You're going to pay top dollar to put your body through that on top of that. So yeah, this is all about the money, honey. It is all about the money. It's all about taking advantage of our passions and our desires. That's all it's about. Strap me with the wing for 400. I know, right. Right. And the wing seats, honey, those seats are expensive. Everybody want those seats. So those seats, but you got to be ready to help people. I don't never want that seat. Buy the ticket in stages. Yep. US to UK, $600. UK to Gambia, $500 round trip. So that's like, what, 1,100? See, that's what some people do. But you know what? My ticket was 1,000. It was 1,000. So, and it was just easier because a lot of people do that. But to me, that's too much confusion. And I don't like confusion. And I don't like taking chances of my luggage getting lost. And like when you break it down like that, to me, that's like too many chances of my stuff getting lost. So I like to just buy my ticket. That's one option that people have. But me personally, I just buy my ticket because like that's 1,100. My ticket was 1,000. 1,000, I think $1,031, something like that. But again, I got it early, but it's not now. That ticket is $4,000 now, almost 5,000. I go UK to France to Senegal, then Iron Donkey to Gambia. Okay, I go to France. I go UK. Oh, you coming from the UK, right? Tell me where you flying from. I go UK to France to Senegal. Okay, what's the Iron Donkey? I don't get that. What does that mean? Tell me what that means. Okay, and where are you coming from? Tell us that part. Where are you flying from? Because that's the part that matters. But I flew Air France. I didn't particularly like Air France. I went on Air France when I went to Cameroon. I flew them when I went to Cameroon, and I didn't like Air France. I did not care for Air France at all. It was a nice, beautiful airport in Paris, but I'm cool on Paris. I'm cool on France. Yeah, I'm cool too. I'm cool on all Air France. Yeah, I'm cool on the French people. From Bahamas. Oh, you flew from the Bahamas and you went to the UK and then you went to France. Oh, no, that's too many European countries. No, that's too many stops. How many stops did you have to go? That's like 4? No, and mine is like 3 stops. Oh, the taxi. Oh, then you took the taxi. Yeah, no, I can't do that. Some people did, but some people do. Some people do. Some people do. Okay? Some people do exactly what you said. They do like that, but I just don't. I don't want to do that. That's too much. The ride is already long and confusing, and then going through all that, that's just going to me, I'm going to get more confused. Robin, exactly. I would buy the cheapest ticket. Yeah, we'll get there at the same time. Yep, exactly. Yeah, you get there at the same time, but it's so uncomfortable. That's the thing. It's just uncomfortable. And if if you got like I have a knee problem. So it's like I can't sit like with my knee bent like that. I've had like several knee surgeries. So I can't sit with my knee, bent and cramped like that. So I have to have a place where I can stretch, my legs out. I got to have that. I got to have a place where I can move my legs. I can't just sit like that. So sometimes you got to pay the extra, for the seat because it's for you. It's your health. That's a long ride to sit uncomfortably. Iron Donkey is a taxi from Senegal. It's 11. Oh, wow. $11 a seat. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't want to take no chance with that either. What if the car break down? What if we get somebody pull us over? No, I spend a few days in each country spending the money I've saved on tickets. Yeah, but I just can't do that. I mean, nothing wrong with it. You can. Nothing's wrong with it. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. But I'm just a little I don't care if it's going to make me comfortable. If I'm going to be comfortable, I don't care how much it costs. And if I got the money, I'm going to pay it. And seeing that, and that's what people know about us. They know there's that group of American who thinks like Kiki, and if she want it, and if she's going to make her comfortable, and she has the money, she's going to pay for it. Because that's me. I can't be uncomfortable like that. Not myself. I can't. I have to be comfortable. I pay for 3 back seats and lay out on the taxi. Yeah, that's a good idea. We used to do that in Cameroon. We would just buy the whole thing. Yeah, so you could have more room. So that's a good idea. That's a real good idea, but that's still too dangerous for me. I don't even know the taxi man, and we going that far together? Oh, no. Yeah, that's me, Tania. Physically, I need the comfort of business or first class, so I have to pay the price. Yes, for it. 26 hours is 26 hours. Nah, that's me, girl. Here's my money. How much more? What else did you say? I'm rushing you my money. I can't sit like that. No, I cannot be uncomfortable that long. No. I get the extra. Yes, I get the extra leg room too to be comfortable. Yes, because that's a long flight. It is a long flight, and I got to be comfortable. That is definitely worth a splurge. Tania, super. Yes, it is. But it's broken up. The time is broken up. But each flight is like 8 hours. Like the flight from Chicago to Brussels, 8 hours. You're going to sit in the airport a couple hours, get to stretch out then, but you're going to get back on the plane and you're going to get on there for another 8 hours, 7 hours and 50 minutes for another 8 hours. So, yeah, it's a lot to your body. That's why I always start hiking before I go. I always start getting physically fit because if that trip is physically challenging to your body, going to Africa is physically challenging. I'm telling you it is. That's correct, Kiki. You want to be comfortable too. However, that's why you see some passengers get up and walk around to the back. Yep, I do that too. Yeah, and I noticed that, especially on the African flights, they will get up in a minute and walk around and go talk to each other and just socialize. Yeah, because you can't just sit there like that. You will be in pain. At least I will. Okay. Seasoned airline travelers know how to pay extra for the exit seats in economy and get unlimited legroom. Yeah, I don't like the exit seat. Yeah, because that's what I don't like. I don't like to sit next to that that big door. Yeah. So you're right. But I don't like that big door. I'm sorry. That big door, I don't like that, y'all. That big door scare me. I don't like that. So yeah, you're right. You can get that seat because I had that seat a couple of times, and that's how I know I'm scared to sit there. And I ain't trying to help nobody get off the plane if something is going on because I'm going to need somebody to help me. So no, I'm not sitting there. But that's a good point. You can sit there and have extra leg room. You just got to help, people get off the plane. Mike History Channel. Hey, This is Pa, I think. Hey, Pa, I just want to draw your attention to the Gambia gained independence in 1965 and became a republic in 1970. In 1982, it entered the Confederation with Senegal, which broke in 1989. Okay, Paul, tell me something. What do they talk about what are they saying when they say that the Gambia wanted to come back to the Commonwealth? What does that mean? They wanted to go back and be what? To be what? What does that mean? So explain that to me. And how you been? I hope you've been good. Thank you for still watching. San Francisco to the Gambia, $700. Wow, are you serious? No, Dr. Summer Reed, are you serious? Don't tell me that and they got us in Ohio paying $4,000. Please don't say that. That's just terrible. That should be a law against that. That should be illegal. TAP, Portugal. I don't want to go to Portugal. I'm sorry. I'm cool on Portugal. Portugal's beautiful though. I seen this picture of Portugal. That looked like a beautiful place. It was really beautiful. It's always expensive to fly out of Houston going anywhere. Yeah, that's what my sister was saying. The airport makes a difference. That's what she said. She said where I live is really cheap to fly out of, but where she lives is expensive. Be under the British Commonwealth. But what does be under the British Commonwealth mean? Does that mean you're a colony to the British? What does that mean? Does that mean the British own you? Does that mean the British tell you what to do? What does that mean? Explain it to me, somebody. I don't know what that means. But I think it means I'm hoping I'm wrong. Yes, Kiki, it is very it is physically demanding trip. From my experience traveling to South Africa, I upgraded my seat and honey, I know it's worth it. It is worth all the money because maybe if I was 20, maybe if I was still in my 20s, y'all, I could do it. I could do it without the upgrade, but I can't do that now. I'm sorry. I cannot do that now. I cannot sit like that for long periods of times. I can't have my legs bent like that for long periods of time. I can't have my knees bent like that for long periods of times. I just cannot. Kind of. Okay, so we got that. We understand how they get the price index. All right, so let's take Bonjour. For some reason, this price index place wanted to keep using New York. And I thought that made the study kind of skewed because every place is not as expensive as New York City in the United States, okay? Every place is not. Where I live in Ohio, it's reasonably inexpensive. It's not very expensive to live in my city, but the wages are low, okay? It's not expensive to live here, but the wages here are not as high as places like Cincinnati and Columbus, but it's more expensive to live in those places, okay? So that's the trade-off. So whoever wrote this study, they didn't do regular cities like that. They chose the city of all cities, which is New York City, okay? Which is, to me, one of the most expensive cities in America. So we're going to be comparing to New York City for this study, all right? So for this study, he did New York City, and he compared it to living the price index of the Gambia. New York City is 100. Remember, your base is 100. So we're going to be New York City. So our base is 100. All right? The Gambia is 61. All right? So living in Banjul, it's going to be 49% less expensive than living in New York. All right? Which is the most expensive city in the United States. And to me, that doesn't make sense because the most expensive city in the United States, living in Banjul should be not 49%. That's almost half. That's almost equal. No, it should be much higher than that, I would think. That's how I know this place is really expensive. It's really expensive, and it's really expensive because it's a tourist economy. It's a tourist economy, and it's not for families. It's not marketed to families. Not one time does it say, bring your whole family, bring your kids, bring your grandma, bring your mom. None of that. None of that. It's marketed towards retirees. It's marketed towards retirees. That's what you got to understand. This is where retired people go, whose kids are grown. Their kids are grown. They're not bringing the grandkids with them because they're going to have fun. So they're going to have fun. They're going to have fun. Grandparents are going to have fun. That's who goes to the Gambia. That's where the Gambia don't realize we can tap into these people. They got money and they want to have fun. We want to offer them a place to stay that's inexpensive, but they got their steady retired income and they can live here and have a beautiful home and they can still enjoy their life. So that's who they're marketing to. They're not marketing to the SSI people with all their kids and their wives and their kids and their online jobs and all that. That's not the mission of the Gambians. That's not their target audience. That is not their target audience. I am not their target audience. So my complaints are just a moot point because they're not trying to target me anyway. They don't want that. They're not saying don't come, Kiki. They're saying, Kiki, you can come, you can visit, and all of that. But we're not set up for you, little girl. When you retire, when you start getting your retirement check, then you come here and you live. Then you can handle it. But right now, honey, while you working and you trying to make it happen, doing this and doing, no, it won't work like that. It's not going to work for you. It's going to be extremely expensive for you. And it is. And it really, I keep losing the signal on here. See, this cable is trash. I'm sorry, I just had to throw that in there. So let me finish, okay? I don't even know why. The cable box is right over there, so I don't know why the Wi-Fi, whatever that is, the modem, is right there near me. I don't know why the signal would even go out. But anyway, so let's see. Now, that was from Mercer's 2020 Cost of Living Index. And this is what year are we in? 2022. So just 2 years. 2 years have gone by and things have changed and gone up drastically. There was back in 2020, there were only 5 cities. Now listen to these cities that were less expensive than living in the Gambia, okay? They were Pakistan, you could live there for less. You can live in Afghanistan, Uzbekistan for less. You can live in Kyrgyzstan for less. You can live in Zambia, Nambia. Now, I heard Nambia was nice, okay? You can live in Nambia and you can live in Tunisia. Tunisia, not so much nice, but Nambia, I heard that was really nice, all right? So those places, they said, were less. So, do we agree or do we disagree with that price index that says Banjul is about 50%? You're going to save about 50% of your money if you move to Banjul. It's going to be 50% less expensive. Now, this is when you're living in New York, where things are sky high. It's not living in some other country, in some other state where it's not that expensive. Okay? So do you guys agree with that? Listen, I'll enjoy laying down, taking a good rest for these flights with only 2 stops. Exactly. Yes. So, do you guys agree with that? Because I thought that was mind-blowing to me. It confirmed my suspicion that the Gambia was expensive. Okay, Pa says, being part of the Commonwealth is a volunteer. Oh, membership. It isn't a colony. Being a member facilitates access to scholarships every year for the study in UK universities and exchange expert. Oh, I get that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Pa, because I was wondering what that meant. So it's a benefit to be a part of that. Oh, really? Nambia is full of the Pale community, though. Oh, wow. But I heard that one was really nice. Okay, so let's look at this. Now, Paul, you on here. So you tell us if this is right. All right. So it says, we're going to break it down now. The cost of living in the Gambia. So utilities, we're going to start with utilities. We're going to start with the number one most expensive thing in the Gambia. Guess what it is? The internet. The internet, okay? According to the cost of living in the cost of living index, living in the Gambia, it is very expensive to have the internet in general. There's no unlimited internet. You pay for a set number of megabytes and you download speeds each month. It is nothing like here. Like I'm complaining about this service that I get that's unlimited and allows me to stream on YouTube for hours. And sometimes it has little glitches, but I'm complaining about it. This service will cost me a fortune in the Gambia. And that's even if I could get it. So let me tell you how much it costs for the internet, according to this article. The low end cost, okay, 50 cents. They said 50 cents from our money, okay? 50 cents, you can get 512 kilobytes per second for mobile internet, okay? So 50 cents, you can get 512 kilobytes, all right? But for satellite internet, for the high end, it can cost you up to $335 for 5 to 10 megabytes of internet. And just let that soak in. So somebody like me who uses internet all the time, I research on the internet, I do my shows on the internet, I post my videos on the internet, I constantly use the internet. That would be a problem. Can you imagine how much it would cost me in internet just for the internet? I think I pay $54 for the internet here. $54 a month. That's what I pay. $54 for unlimited internet a month. So you think I'm going to want to go to the Gambia and pay $335 for an internet service that's not like this one? What is this, 5G? That's not what I'm going to get for $335. I'm not going to get that. But that's how much I'm going to have to pay to get what I need. That was one of the biggest expenses, okay? So gas and electricity. Now we're going to talk about gas and electricity. They cost about, according to this article now, gas and electricity can cost about $100 for 2 people. So that's $50 a person, which, and even here, I thought that was pretty cheap, okay? $50 per person, I thought that was pretty cheap. But let's be realistic about this electricity. This electricity is not stable. Like our electricity is stable. Like you see, these lights have been on. They don't go on and off. No, they don't. Unless there's a storm, unless something happens, or unless I didn't pay the bill. These lights don't fluctuate. These lights are stable. The electricity in the Gambia is not stable. But you're still paying $50 per person for some lights that you're not guaranteed to even have 24 hours a day. And I kid you not. There's some days, well, I don't know. When I was in the Gambia, I don't think there was a day that I did not see electricity. I don't think so. But every day, there were moments in the day that we didn't have electricity. I did experience that. Okay. But it wasn't a day. I can't say there were days where we were out. No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. And even when I was in Nigeria, now Nigeria was bad. Their electricity was bad. We had to have a generator. So the generator would go off when the lights would come back on. But there, oh no, we would have lights for weeks, not days, weeks without electricity. But getting back to the Gambia, $50 per person for unstable electricity, I think that's a bit much. I think that is a bit much for something that is not stable. So I'm going to stop and look at the comments, and y'all tell me, do y'all agree or disagree? Do y'all think that's a little bit much? $100, $50 per person for electricity that is not stable, that's intermittent. It comes on and it goes off. And you don't know when it's going on, and you don't know when it's going off. Sounds like you would want to be at least 6 months with rent and savings before considering to move. And that's another thing about the Gambia, Africa in general. You pay lump sums for your rent. We don't do that here. Like, we do monthly rent. They don't do monthly rent. So those people who are on that once a month income, even the retired people, they're going to need, come every year, they're going to need a lump sum to pay their rent. And where are they going to get that money from? Because retired people, you don't get raises and you don't get lump sums like that. So you got to come up with this money every year. And I'm not sure, how do they do that? So they got to do something, because every year or every 6 months, they're going to have to pay their rent up, because it's not, some places now in the Gambia, they do monthly rent. Okay. Some places do, but by and large, they don't. They do 6 months or they do a year. So those people who have those once a month income, what are you going to do? Where are you going to get that money from? That's my question. I don't know. When I was reading this, I was like, okay, but where are they going to get the money when it's time to pay the rent? Yep, I looked into Nambia. Oh, very European. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm cool then. I'm not going there. QCell has unlimited internet. 3,500 Jalasi per month. That's a few years ago when I was there. But QCell, they've been complaining about that when I watched the videos. When I was watching the videos today, QCell was the main one they were complaining about with the internet, that it wasn't good. So maybe it's not good anymore. You know how the internet's well, you're not from here, but here the cell phone companies go up and down. You know who's on top, they trade places. 40 unlimited home for Wi-Fi. Yes, that's exactly. So, but it's not like that there. It's not like that. And the signal is not like our signals. So those are the things we got to think about. That's going to be extremely expensive. I pay 110. You might really? What else you got with it, Robin? You got something else with it, like cable TV or something? The daily cost of living in the Gambia for a 7-member family can range from $10 to $15. What? So I'm confused. So $10 per person. So $70 a day. That's what you're saying? So $70 a day times 30. Oh, wow. That's $21,000. 2,100. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's over $2,000. Let me do this on my calculator to make sure I did this right. Because that's a lot. That's what I'm saying. This place ain't cheap, y'all. They've been lying to us. And it's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it being expensive. Yes, I was absolutely right. $2,100 a month. And that's it now, Pop. That sounds about right. Okay, so let's do the $15. Okay, so that was for 70. That's wait a minute. Am I doing this right? So we're gonna do $10, so $7. So okay, we're gonna do the 15. I can't even believe that. So we're gonna do the $15. We're gonna do $15, guys, and there's 7 people. So we're gonna charge times that 15 times 7, which equals $105 a day. Okay. So now this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna times that times 30. There's 30 days in a year, in a month, sometimes 31. Guess what? That is $3,105. Can you believe that? $3,105. Yes, I told you guys, this place is expensive. I knew it was not in my head. Because look, you got to remember what I've been saying all night. This is a tourist economy. Of course it's going to be it's like going to Las Vegas and you expecting Las Vegas to be cheap. It's like going to Las Vegas and you thinking, oh, Las Vegas is not going to be expensive. And that is just, it's unbelievable for you to think Las Vegas is not going to be expensive, because it is. It's going to be expensive because it's a tourist place. You better have a good generator in Nigeria even today. Exactly. And they break down. Oh my God, because you got to run them so much. And they break down. They was breaking down all the time. Mike History Channel. That cost of living for a family of 7 without any comforts of luxuries of internet, restaurants, and are you saying, is it without that? That cost of living for a family of 7 without any comforts. So that's without comforts? Are you asking, Tania, if that's without comforts, or is it with comforts? But that's probably for food and everything. Hey, Alexis, how you doing? It's probably right. That sounds about right to me. What he just said, that sounds about right. Because like this article was saying, they were talking about entertainment, just regular things you do. I'm watching the playback. Okay, good. You know, that's good, Alexis. As long as you here, as long as you say hi. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that there's unlimited internet available if you want to get it in your home. $2,550 a month. Okay, so is that new, Pa? Because that must be something new. Like I said, the articles, you can't keep up with the changes. Things are changing fast in the Gambia. So the unlimited internet must be something new, because I've never heard anybody in the Gambia talk about unlimited internet. 2,000, and it's only $50 a month. Now that's not bad. That's not bad. But again, that's what I pay here. That's what I pay here for unlimited internet. 5G internet. The issue with Nawak is why any repat should be prepared to install solar energy systems and drill your borehole for stability and utilities. Yes. Yes. So the house I'm staying in when I go this time, it has solar energy. It has solar and regular electricity. So I'm going to be able to tell you guys what it does. Is it really what they say? Because according to what I've been reading, I'm supposed to have 24 hours electricity, even if the lights go out. We have solar energy, so it should work. So we're going to see. I'll let you guys know. I've never lived in a house with solar power, but I'm about to. Have you visited the Gambia? Me? Have I visited the Gambia? You must be a new person. Bats 360 B-Man. Yes, I visited Africa. I said that at the beginning, and I say that, yes, I have. You must be new. Well, welcome, because yes, I have. Several times. I've been to the continent of Africa almost 13 times. Yes, QCell has unlimited fast internet. I also had mobile Wi-Fi for $40. Yeah, but see, that's what Dr. Summer, the videos I was watching today, I think QCell is not it anymore. It's just, I think it was AfriCell. I believe that's what they said. Or maybe I'm getting it mixed up. But one of the sales is not happening no more. They just messing up all the way around. No, it's AfroCell. Okay, so AfroCell is the one that everybody is complaining about. It's been that way ever since. Okay, so AfroCell, that's the one. Yeah, it's one of them, one of the sales they've been complaining about. I know that. Not to get. Just high speed net. Oh my God, that's expensive. See what I mean? How it varies from city to city here? Yeah, nobody in Ohio and Dayton is going to pay that much. The Wi-Fi signal was great for me in the game. Ooh, not me. Not me. I'll take that back. I'll take that back because I did get a chance to go do a live video and I went live a couple times. Yes, I will take that back. It was okay. It wasn't great. It was okay. Let me just say it was okay. Did that one? I can't read these on my phone, y'all. They too little. I'm gonna have to read them on here. Let's see what this one says. This one says, I'm gonna need some. Yeah, I need comforts. Exactly. I do too. I need comforts. That's why I don't mind spending money. I mean, the average Gambian with a 7-member family can live daily. Oh, a 7 again. No, we can't. No. The price that we just came up with for what the $70, the $10 a day. I mean, that's just impossible for I mean, I don't know how they could do that. I don't know. Wow. I just don't know how they could do. I don't know how we could live off of 7. I don't know. Gambia has nice. You know what? That's what somebody said. I didn't see the casino but I didn't go in the Senegambia region. I take that back. I didn't go over there. Gambia versus Repats aren't going to live the same, right? My husband already knows I won't go without air conditioning. Yes, QCell offers unlimited internet. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll see. That's new. The solar panels are not that expensive. The backup battery is a little expensive. The Gambia has a lot of choices. Okay. So I'm going to check that out. So that's another way you can save money on energy. Average Gambian family live on less than $10 a month. $10, one equivalent to Delasi 500. That is a lot of money for a Gambian. Who? What Gambians live off of the okay. Now, these people who are living, are we talking about people in the village? Because we cannot be talking about them people in Banjul. Not all of them. Maybe some of them live off like that, but I don't believe. I mean, are you serious? I mean, this is startling. This is startling if this is true. If that's true, that's just startling. That's all I can say. Yeah, I'm not from Gambia, but I love comfortable I love comfortable in Mali. I would need 2000 USD. Yes, you do. For the things that you need and the things that you want. Hello. Yeah, I'm new here. A Gambian watching from UK. Gambia can be expensive or cheap. Yes, depending on. Yes, exactly. That's my point. It depends on how you want to live. And I know how I want to live. I know how I want to live. So it's expensive for me because I know how I want to live. And I'm not going to go and pretend like, oh, you can go and live like you do in America and it's cheap. No, it's not. No, it's not. And some of the stuff is not even, it's basic necessities to Americans, but it's not basic necessities to Gambians, but it is like air conditioning. That's a basic necessity to us. To Gambians, that's not a basic necessity. A fan. You got to have a fan in the summertime. Not to them, but to us it is. No Westerner will live off $10 a day in the Gambia with everything adding up. Like it or not, AAs and Brits will pay for the comforts. Yes, that they are accustomed to. Yes, because it makes life difficult. It makes your life difficult when you don't have it. $10 a month by choice, that cannot be true. Yeah, that's just I know it's some people over there who probably live like that, but most of them, I don't think it's most of them. I hope it ain't most of them anyway. I hope it ain't most of them. What comfortable areas? What comfortable areas to explore in the Gambia? What are comfortable areas to explore in the Gambia? What you mean? What neighborhoods are nice? I think all the neighborhoods got like nice houses in them. Like when I was there, I saw some neighborhoods that were a little more developed than other neighborhoods, but I couldn't say like in my city, I can say if you go down over to this side of town, you're going to see nothing but that's where the rich people live. You know, or if you go on this side of town, you're going to see where the poor people live. Okay. It wasn't like that in the Gambia for me. For me, okay, I didn't see that. I saw it was more mixed. Like I would see neighborhoods where they would have nice houses and then they would have bad houses. So it's more of a mixture. And the poverty that now this, you got to remember, I was just in I didn't go to the village, so I didn't see the village. Okay. I kind of stayed in the urban area. Okay. I was in the urban area. So what I saw was different. It was different. And what I saw there just from the housing, the poor housing there looked better than the poor housing in Lagos. So I was like, yeah, there's poverty here, but I've seen worse. Trust me, I've seen worse. It's bad. Some of it that I seen was bad, but it's not like, okay, there's a whole neighborhood of just bad houses, a bad like it is here. No, it was from what I seen, it was more mixture. It was a mixture. Okay. Actually, if you are broke, you can live yep, you can live in a village and a 2-bedroom, $40 yep, a month. Yep. You will not have running water. You will have to well water. But yep, you can. That's what some people do. A lot of people do who don't have money, who have fall on hard times. They'll just go back to the village and live there because they can live in the village for free. Or they can, it's not as expensive as it is to live in the city. But I'm not going to the village and live. I've been to the village and I've stayed, but I can't do village life. No. Hi, Kiki. People are always promote the average salary of the Gambian is $60 to $100 a month. If it comes high, maybe $150 to $200. So how can Gambians survive? That's what I want to know. How can they survive off of that? That's what I want to know. It doesn't make sense. That's why I'm like, these numbers don't add up and they don't make sense. They don't add up. It's supposed to be this poor, right? Think about it. It's this poor, but it's this expensive at the same time. These people aren't making any money. That's what they want us to believe. It just don't make sense to me. It don't make sense. I mean, there's probably some people there like that, but yeah, I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. The average living standard of the Gambia is different from the Repat living. Yeah, we know the living standard, right? Repats may live expensively daily. We do in the Gambia because of their needs. AC costs, yeah, taxi costs, yes, exactly. Just like the $15 food I had to go get because I wanted to taste some of the food I was used to. So I wanted to pay, and I paid whatever it costs. I agree, Tania. Some people think that they will live like kings, but yeah, you can, but it's not going to be cheap. No, you can live any way you want to in Africa. You can live any way you want to, and it's not just the Gambia. It's in West Africa. From the 3 countries I've been to, whatever you can live, whatever way you want to, according to your pockets. We're in Sinyang, but there's Tangi, Benjalo, Bruford, and Bruceby. Yeah, those are the different communities. And like I said, I mean, some of them had more nicer houses than others, but I can't say I went to one neighborhood and I didn't see, and it was just no nice houses over there. No. I'm not living in a house with no water, no security, or no internet. No, I'm not either. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. I think I'm not gonna tone down my standard of living. I'm not going to leave the United States and go do something less than. That's to me, that's like my friends would say, that's hustling backwards. I can't do that. I can't hustle backwards. I'm not going to leave here and go to less than. Soon, local Gambians won't be able to afford nothing anymore, especially not renting, because this flow from foreigners and repats will contribute to increase the renting even more. And it is. It's going up even higher. But I don't think they charge the Gambians what they charge us, Visionary Love. I really don't. I don't think they charge them what they charge us. I think they do have to pay a higher price now. I bet they do, but I don't think they're going to charge the Gambian, because for one, the Gambian ain't going to even come look at the house that we were looking at, because we need different features than they do. So they're not going to even look at that house. So they probably experience higher prices, but not like we're experiencing them, not like what they're doing to us. Gambians' life in Banjul as well. People who work in the tourist industries need to live near there too. Yeah. So they got to live near there. Okay. But I don't think they're charging them. I know they're not charging them. Gambia neighborhood is mixed. Yeah. See, there's no neighborhood you can go to and found only beautiful houses. There's no, yes, that's what I noticed. Exactly, Pa. Thank you. You summed it up. That is exactly what I saw. I didn't see a neighborhood where it was just a slum. Like in Nigeria, they got slums. They got slums. I went to one of the biggest slums, the second largest slum in Nigeria. It's called a Coco Michael. And I stayed there for 10 days. 10 days. There was no nice house there. There was no nice nothing there. Only thing that was nice there was the hotel where I was staying. That was it. Everybody was poor. Everybody was uneducated. Everybody had low levels of educational attainment. It was a slum. Yes, I didn't see that. And that's what I was talking about. You said it. I didn't see that there. And that's what I kept telling people. I don't see that here. I see that in other countries, but I don't see that here. So that was one thing that I really liked about the Gambia. Yeah, they do. People need to pay Gambians better. They do, but the Gambian people have to do that. The Gambian people have to say that. They have to demand, higher wages. But right now, it's hard for them to demand higher wages when the economy is so messed up because of the COVID epidemic. But, they got to recover from this, and maybe they can ask. But right now, everybody is just kind of hit. A lot of those expat channels are struggling. Yeah, they are struggling now because they believe that lie that they could go over there with that little bit of money and them little bitty checks and keep living. And that's not true. For sure, repats live different, but the difference can't be that big. That's not healthy for a good functioning society. The gap between wealth and poor will be too big. The gap between the wealth and the poor will be too big. But that's that's just the way it goes. That's reality. That's just reality. That's classes. It's just classes, and people are in different classes. And I just can't go and just live like I can't. I have to live like what I'm used to. If I don't, I'm not going to be a nice person. I'm not going to be a happy person. I'm going to be a difficult person. Healthy for me. It's not going to be healthy for me to live in lesser standards than what I'm used to. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. I can't go over there and live like a Gambian. Nothing wrong with that, Gambians. Don't get me wrong. But I can't. We saw that one. It's called uneven development, and that happens all the time. It's just the way of life. Cities experience that all the time. It's always going to be a struggle between those who have and those who have not. Shea Butter Nelly, exactly, but they're not being honest. Let me tell you, I know they're not being honest because I've been there. I've been there myself, and I've been to other African countries. So I know they're not being honest. I'm telling you. And this study is telling you they're not being honest. Nobody ever said we paid $350 for the internet. Nobody has said that. Nobody has ever said we pay $50 a person for electricity. Nobody said that to us. Nobody has said that to us. Nobody has said to us that it really costs more than $500. Nobody has said that to us. They paint this picture like it's just so cheap to live in the Gambia. You can just sell all your things and come over there with $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, and you can live like kings and queens forever. And that's so untrue. That is so untrue. Wait till you hear how much it costs to purchase a car in the Gambia. A car. Yeah. I haven't even gotten to that yet. I'm trying to get these comments, then we're going to get to that. So now we're going to talk about, no, they still haven't completed their house. No, they haven't completed that house. And that's going to be expensive too. It's probably expensive. I'm sure the price of things have gone up. I'm sure it costs a little than what is they thought. Yeah, when they started, I bet if the price has gone up. That's probably why they I don't know why they're not done with it. I have no clue. Oh, excuse me. I hear from friends they hardly find affordable. Yes, I know flats anymore when it would be just one. Yes. I can't even find an affordable place to live. I can't. I cannot. The prices they are asking are ridiculous. So let's talk about this. So we talked about electricity, right? Now we're going to talk about transportation. How much it costs for transportation. So there's no, now Pa, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? There's no state-run public transportation system in the Gambia, okay? But one thing people do to cut down on to share transportation costs and to cut down on the expense is they share taxis, okay? This is done, they do this in Nigeria, they do this in Cameroon. It's just common in West Africa to share a taxi, okay? So according to this study, that was the most inexpensive way to get around the Gambia was in a shared taxi. And this shared taxi would cost you 20 cents. But I've never heard a Repat say that they paid 20 cents for a shared taxi. I've heard them say, no, I don't even know. 500? I think I've heard them say that. But I've never heard any 500 Delasi, which I know is more than 20 cents. So I've never heard anybody say 20 cents. So Pa, is that correct? Okay, now look, to own a car in the Gambia, this is how much it costs. The average price to own a car in the Gambia is $18,000. Okay. Now remember, $18,000, that's not on credit. That's $18,000 cash. Okay. Lump sum $18,000. So remember, you're going over there with your 50 or your 60. So you're going to take that 18 off the top for your car. All right, we're gonna write that down. So let's say you got 60,000. We're gonna give you 60,000. All right. So we're gonna take 18 for our car, right? So now we down to what? 52? 52,000. Okay, because we'd have to buy us a car. We had to buy us a car, right? We had to get some transportation. So that's 18 for a new one. Okay. Gas. So remember, we got 52,000 now. So gas is about $1 per liter. That's not too bad. That's less than what we pay here. So that's not too bad. But then we get to the grocery list. All right, we got to get groceries. So listen to how much milk was. Now tell me if this is true. Because when I was over there, I didn't do too much grocery shopping. I wasn't there long. This time I'm going to do grocery shopping because we're staying at a house and I'm a cook. So the first time though, I didn't. It was 10 days and we were staying, someplace else. But so this is what they said. Milk was $4.50. Bread 20 cents. This is per person. Pound of rice, 30 cents. Eggs, $1.75. A pound of chicken. Tania, tell me if this sounds right, because I remember we talked about this. A pound of chicken, they said, is $1.35. Now that's expensive, because that's how much chicken costs here. $1.35 a pound. So that, when I saw that, I was like, oh, now I know that's expensive, because that's what we pay here for chicken. So chicken, $1.35 a pound. And apples, $1.09 a pound. Oranges were 88 cents a pound. Lettuce was 45 cents. Water is 35 cents a liter. Cigarettes are $1.50. A bottle of beer is $1.74. And a 12-ounce bottle of Coke is 62 cents. All right. So those were some prices for food. I don't know if that's accurate, but according to the study, this is what we got to go by, what this person said, unless people have been grocery shopping in the Gambia, because that's going to be another one of your expenses. And just from this list, okay, this looks expensive to me, because this milk, $4.50, that's expensive. Okay, so it seems like things that are Americans that they drink or need, they're higher. Okay, so this chicken, $1.35 a pound, that's expensive. Apples, $1.09 a pound, that's expensive. So where is this? It's so cheap to live in the Gambia at, YouTube content creators who are leading people astray. Oh, these lights is bringing all kind of little bugs in here. I don't even know how they get in here. Y'all know them little flying. I don't know what they are, but they fly to the lights. I don't even know how they get in here, because the doors, everything is closed. But anyway, just noticed them. So, okay, they're presenting this as if this is how much it really costs. And this is expensive. This is expensive for every day. You got to eat every day. You got to feed your family every day. And you know how much food costs here. So you think food costs aren't going up in the Gambia? And the food that we need, the food that we eat, because we don't eat like that. Remember? We don't eat like that. We eat differently. So the food is going to cost us more. So share with me, because I don't know. I didn't have a chance to go to the grocery store, but I did have a chance to go out to dinner. I did get to do that, and we're going to talk about that now. So dining out, all right? Wait a minute. Let me go on here and hold on, y'all. We're going to talk about dining out, but let me go get y'all comments, because I don't want to get too far ahead, because then I'll forget what we talking about. I don't want to see, I don't either. I don't want to see slums anywhere, but they just exist. But I thought that was unique that they didn't exist in the Gambia. I didn't see them there. So when I would be with, people, and they would be talking about, this is, Gambia's poor, and this is, I'm like, what? You haven't seen poor. This might be low income, but oh no, this is far from a slum. This is far from a slum in Africa. So nobody wants to see slums. Bag is frugal, but that home will be peaceful. Yeah. It's peaceful in the Gambia. It's really peaceful in the Gambia. It's very peaceful there. Akoko Michael is in Lagos. It's in Lagos. Yes, it's in Lagos. It's because you only stayed in Lagos, which would, well, see, that's not true. I did not only stay in Lagos. See, that's why you people need to, before you come and you make statements about me, just go through my channel. Go through my channel, and you will learn. You will answer those. You will know what you said is not factual. It's not actual. Okay. So no, I didn't only stay in Lagos. I've been to Kogi State, and I've been to Benue State. Okay. I've been to three states in Nigeria. Most of my time was spent in Lagos, Nigeria, but that is not the only state I've been to in Nigeria. So now you stand corrected. So let me read this question. Coco Michael is in Lagos. It's because you only stayed in Lagos, which was very poor and very rich. Also, Nigeria is a bigger country than the Gambia. Of course it is. But I'm not comparing. I'm telling you about my experiences, okay, in both places to kind of give you a view that they're different. I don't want people to want to think that Africa, people think when you say Africa, everybody's the same, but they're not. Lagos is completely different than the Gambia. Benue State is completely different than Lagos. Kogi State is completely different than Lagos. Okay? So I want to give you a more a worldly, a bigger view. Okay? So that's why I do that. It's not that I didn't just stay in Lagos and no, that's not true. Okay? And Lagos has very poor people and has very rich people. Exactly. It does. It really does. So that's probably why it has bigger slums, because there's more people. And I say that all the time. I even did a video about that. Look through my channel, and you'll see. You'll answer all your questions. Then you won't make statements like that people know, oh, this person doesn't even know what so as soon as you said that, people who watch me, they say, oh, this person don't even know what they talking about, but they talking. So don't do that. Remember, Kiki, food stuff in the Gambia is way cheaper than the West. The average Gambian salary is 5,000 dalasi, equivalent to $60. Wow. We need to do something about that, though. That I'm speechless when it comes to that part. Okay, Gambia is getting more and more. It is more and more expensive every single day. Exactly. It is very expensive. And I want to know who's getting all the money. Paul, tell me, who reaping the benefits from this expense? Because I want to know. Somebody's getting the money. Who getting the money? Because it's really expensive. It's expensive to fly there. It's expensive to go there. It's expensive to live there. So who getting all this money? That's what I want to know. Where's the money going? Because that's what they taught us in public administration. Follow the money. Follow the money. And I'm trying to follow the money, but I get lost. The paper trail stops. And I'm like, where's it go? Where does it go? Because I'm lost. I don't know who's getting all this money. So we're going to talk about one thing I like to do, which is go to the restaurants. All right. This is what I had experience with. Oh, let me go back here. Get these questions. Because we was talking about the grocery store. And I want to see what people have. Food is getting, for local Gambians, and the prices increasing rapidly. Yes, because of everything that's going on. It's like that all over. It's like that all over. Gambians can make it because they stick together, unlike us. Families has been in the same location for thousands of years, so most problems are solved. Most homes in the city is better than in the U.S. Yeah, the social networks are stronger. That's true. The social net, and that's what I really like about Africa, West Africa, are the social networks. Kiki, I say it's not healthy for societies because it might increase. It will increase. It does increase crime. It's just the way it is. But it's not healthy. But that's just what happens. So it's not going. It's going to happen as more Americans come. People like me come with their American demands and their American dollars and their willingness to pay for whatever it takes to get what I want. Yes. And I'm going to admit I'm that type of person. That is going to create crime. Yes, that's going to create uneven development. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. But what I'm saying is that's just how cities develop. That's just the price of modernization. That's just the price of growth. That's just what happens when cities grow, when places become urbanized. That's just what happens. That's when the government has to come in and put laws into place, checks and balances. You got to have some kind of something to check that crime, something to check that crime to balance it so it doesn't get out of hand. So the planning departments, that's when they really come into play, urban planning. That's when it's a big, really big deal. Electricity bill for a family in Gambia can be around $60 per month. But see, that's not what he said. He said $100. So do you think that wasn't accurate? I know I heard Harmony from the Family Exodus. She was complaining about that. She was saying that was expensive. Do y'all remember what she said? Besides Tab, do you know of any other bill? No. I don't know, and I haven't heard of any other builders besides him. Mike, have you heard of any other builders besides Taft, Pa? We're building so I don't have to get ripped off by an overpriced home. Yeah, these houses, the prices to buy houses in Gambia, that's what we pay here for a house. Yeah. I took a shared taxi. They refused to charge. Oh, that was nice. See, and you'll meet nice people like that. You will meet nice people like that. And they will do that, and they'll be like, no, sister, or no, ma'am, or no, mommy, or auntie, or whatever they call you. And, they'll be like, no charge. What about shipping? Yeah, shipping. Tania, how much is shipping your car? That's one thing you can do. But American cars do not do well in Africa because they don't have our car parts over there. And we're so hell bent on being different that our engines are completely different than the Toyota car, the German car, the whatever other car. Our cars are completely different, so they don't even know how to work on our cars, for one. The parts are not over there and readily available, number two. And our cars are not made for that terrain, number three. So I wouldn't ship an American car over there for nothing. I would ship maybe a foreign car. Maybe I would get some kind of foreign car and pay for it. That's probably what I'm going to do. Get a foreign car, pay for that car, and then ship it there. Get it brand new here, and then ship it there. Because those cars over there, they have like 100,000 miles or so over there, and they selling them cars like they're new. Yeah, they selling those cars like they're new. So Tania, how much to ship your car? But again, if it's an American car, I would think twice about that. There is a state-run transportation in the Gambia, GPC, but most people prefer commercial trans because it is faster. People normally use public transportation when traveling to the countryside. So is it a bus system? What is it? A state-run. What is the state-run transportation system? Because this company didn't know nothing about it. They said that y'all don't have one. Y'all don't have public transportation. So tell us, what is it? Is it a bus? Is it like you get on the bus, you go to the bus stop, and you wait at the bus? Tell us about it. Tell us some more. What do they mean? Because this man said y'all didn't have any. Thank you again. Tell us all about it. What are they talking about? Supermarket like coffee, juice, milk, alcohol, all same price. Like, oh, are you serious? Okay, y'all, look at this. Oh, Visionary of Love. I'm so glad you told me this. Honey, I'm so glad you told me this to prepare my mind for when I get there. So you mean to tell me, look at this, y'all. She said coffee, juice, milk, I don't drink alcohol, snacks, all same price, like in my expensive European country, or even more. See, he didn't tell us this in this article. He didn't tell us this in this article. He didn't say, but the stuff y'all used to, because we drink coffee. We don't drink tea like that. We drink when I get up, get to work, what is the first thing I got to get that before you get to talking to me? Where you see Kiki going down the hall with her cup of coffee. With her cup of coffee. Yes. So, all the things we're used to, she said, are expensive, like in our country, and even more. I can't even believe that. So we're going to pay that. You see what I mean? You see what I'm saying? So how are we saving money, Repats, who over there telling us, oh, it's so cheap. Oh, it's so much better than the United States. Yeah, it sounds like it's more expensive than the United States, or it's equally expensive once you get down to it. Once you get right down to it, look like you're going to be spending the same amount of money, if not even more. If not even more. Because at home, you got some kind of benefits, some kind of help, but some people don't qualify. So if you don't people who don't qualify, you don't get nothing. Kiki, most families have their own cows. Yeah, they do have their yep, they do. They have their own meat source. Yep, she's right. And they'll grow. Because when I was in Cameroon, Dr. Summer, this is what they used to do. The mom, every morning, she would go out to the garden and she would just cut her vegetables. She would cut okra. She would cut onions. She would cut peppers. Whatever vegetables she needed for the meal we were going to cook that day, she would go right to her garden and pick them out. And guess what? When we had parties and we had chickens, we didn't go to the market to buy chickens. She had chickens there. And they would just kill the chickens and cook the chickens. But y'all, if y'all have ever had fresh chicken killed and cooked, it tastes nothing like our chicken. I was not prepared for that. I don't like chicken like that. I don't like it. I don't like the way it tastes. It just was not. It tastes completely different. Until you had it and tasted, let me know if you've had it and tasted. Tell me if it tastes different to you. Kiki, I think this research paper you are reading is tied to the West Living Standard. Not actually, yeah, it is, because he said in dollars. He was looking at it from our perspective. You're right. He was talking to us. He was talking to the people with the dollars, because this person wanted us to understand how much it really costs to live over there. Because if you talk to us in Dalasi, it don't make sense to us. You know what I'm saying? This way, we got to understand, and we can understand when it's in dollars. Was tied to the West Living Standard. It was not actually Gambian standard. 90% of the Gambians can't afford that research list. Oh, really? So 90% of the Gambians don't even do the stuff on this list? Are you serious, Pa? Are you serious? Are you just Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Please let me know. Okay, so when you go out to eat to restaurants, did I get out of comments? Because I can't believe that. That was just wow. Wow. That's crazy if that's true. And all the money. Where's the money going? Yes, Mike, I am sure this is for expats consider. Yeah, it is. It's for us. Because see, that's where the money. They want to know. People want to know how much they're going to spend. Either load in the container with your belongings or use a Ro-Ro steamship carrier. Okay. But do you recommend shipping your car? Do you recommend shipping a car, or do you recommend buying a car? We need a founder Facebook. Oh yeah, Tania and other members that's on here. One of y'all, we need to do that. I forgot about that. I need some help. I need some help. Somebody, we need a Facebook group. Please, somebody help us. Help us out. One of y'all. I need y'all to do that. Somebody got to do that, because a lot of people are on Facebook. I don't do Facebook because of personal reasons. Y'all know I got an internet stalker. So people with internet stalkers, they're kind of limited to what they do on social media. The necessities are now being sold at Western prices. Yes, as far as fruits and veggies, buy them from local Gambians at the open markets. Yes, fruits and veggies, yes. That's a good thing. You can get at a good price. But they said the apples was $1.09. Come on. That's expensive. Look me up on Facebook, okay? Yeah, I don't be on Facebook like that, yeah. Let's see what Mike say here. He says it's true nowadays it's getting a bit expensive in the Gambia, especially food stuff for local Gambia because of the global, yes, exactly, and the foreign influx of dollars, and that's what they don't understand. When there's a influx of foreign currency, you don't know what that does to your economy. It's like there's this money coming in and people are just ready to throw it at them. So, but the prices were so low when they came. Now the people are like, hey, wait a minute. They're willing to pay this. They're going to give me more money for this. Well, let me raise the price up. And that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing, trying to raise the price up because there's more money there. There's more money to be had. So they got to raise the price. That's what a businessman is going to do. He's going to raise the price to get that money. Okay, at Kiki. So that height will destroy all the good attributes. Why you want to come all to Gambia, the peace. It's, oh, I can't read this, Visionary Love. She's same thing with every place which is hyped. I don't understand the hype. Okay, I don't understand this. Okay, Kiki, so that hype will destroy all the good attributes. Yes, it will. And it's not hype. It's just what happens when cities develop. The nations in Africa, okay, are developing nations. They're developing, okay? So when nations develop, they go through this. It's the growing pains. It's just what countries go through. It's just what cities go through to develop. They're going to have uneven development because people develop unevenly. So our cities are going to do that. Yes, you're better off with a non-American vehicle. Yes, you are. Because that's not going to work. It is not. I'm telling you, you're going to have all kind of problems. Dr. Summer, maybe in the village must have their own goats, but not in the rural areas. Okay, but in the village, in the rural areas, though, the village and the rural areas is the same thing, aren't they? At least I thought they were. That's why I've always called BS on the narrative one can live. Yes, and I just heard somebody else tell somebody you can live there for about $500. I don't know why people lie. I don't know why these YouTube content creators want to lie and get these American people to come over there and bring their families over there, and they know they don't have money to live over there or to maintain over there, but you keep encouraging people to come over there for what? So you can see them suffer? So they can suffer like you? That's what I think they want. I think they want everybody to suffer like them. Because there's just no way. There's no way you can live off that. I don't need a car. I just taxi or Uber. I relax. Yes, exactly. That's how I am. Because I don't want to drive. It's too much. You got to pay too much attention. I might drive just for fun. But hey, beautiful African queen, I ain't seen you in a long time, girl. Anything that's imported is very expensive. You are so right. You are so right. If it's imported, it's expensive. Imported goods are expensive to recoup transportation, to recap transportation and comfort fees, duties, and taxes. It is. It's the nature of the beast, and it is. It is. It's if you want it, then you're gonna pay for it. That's the way it goes. And that's one thing I liked about West Africa. The first time I went, I realized that West Africa is a place, if you want it and you could pay for it, you can get it. And that's what I did. That's what I like about it. That's what I like about it. Whatever I want, I can get it. If I got the money, I can get it. So if you see people taking forever to build stuff, taking forever to do stuff, that's because there's a money problem. Because Africa don't move like here. Africa moves fast. In West Africa goes fast. If you got money, you can get it. You can get it. You can get it. You can get it. So that's why I'm like, no. When I see all these slow building houses taking forever, things not happening, I'm like, oh, they're having money problems. But they don't want to tell you they're having money problems because that's going to mess up their dream. But if they were not having money problems, it would be built just like that, because that's the nature of Africa. That's how Africa operates. For a long time, the prices did not increase. Right, but look at it now. Wow. Oh, wow. I wish I would have came when the prices was low. You are right, Kiki. Africans are very different. Gambians and Senegalese are from Nigerian. Yeah, Ghanaians. Yeah, they are. Cameroon. Yes, the culture exactly. And people think all Africans are the same, and I'm like, they're not the same. Africans are not the same. It depends on what country they come from. It depends on what ethnic group they are. But Americans and people from the West want to lump Africa together all the time, like it's some monolithic place, and it's not. It's not. Everybody is different there. Meat tastes different over there to me. It did to me too. I grew up eating fresh chicken. It didn't take. Oh, you have? So maybe it was just the chicken I was eating. Yeah, I didn't like that taste. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I was like, oh no, I don't want no more of that. It didn't taste like chicken at all, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Reason most products are same prices in the supermarket is that they usually convert using the foreign exchange rate is what it costs in the West. Also, they keep it high. Yeah, because they know, okay, they'll pay this much for it. They over here and they really want it, so they'll pay extra for it of what it costs in the West. Exactly. And they can't have access to it, so they're going to pay more for it. That's just what people do. I can live without apples, honey. I can too. If they're $1.09 a pound, I'm not paying that for some apples. Fresh chicken is tough. It always requires more seasoning and herb preparation to flavor. Not good when you just wring the. Yes, that's what they did, Queen Sugar. They wring the net. Oh my God. And they showed it to me. They was like, come look, Kiki. I went over there. I'm thinking I'm gonna see. Oh my God! I wish I could unsee that. And then they put the chicken in some hot boiling water after they wring the neck to pluck the feathers off. I'm like, oh no! And then you can smell all these smells. And by this time, I'm getting nauseated and I'm ready to throw up. And I'm just so ashamed because I'm like, oh my God, I'm showing how American I am again. It's coming out in me. And I just had to leave. I had to just walk away because I was about to throw up. And the chicken, no, I didn't like it at all. During rainy season, electricity, see, look at this. Look, y'all. During rainy season, electricity will run you around $275 to $350. The research article didn't even say that. That man said $100. And I knew that wasn't right because I heard people say they paid more for that. I heard Harmony say that. So I knew it was more than that. Yeah. I don't even pay that. I don't pay $275 to $350 for electricity. Why aren't they telling us this, y'all? Harmony told us, but that's one person. Why aren't the other people telling us that? Why isn't everybody else saying what Harmony said? Oh, that's going to cost you. Y'all need to be prepared for that. No, what do we get? Oh, you can come over there with your SSI check. You can come over there with $500 a month. Just sell everything in your house and you can live. Okay. Kiki, Gambia is hyped by certain groups. It's not just development. Oh, okay. Yeah, some people, yeah, I'm sure they do hype it. But I mean, when I say development, I mean development. Maybe I didn't understand what you were saying, but when I say development, I mean that the development creates certain issues. As cities grow, they naturally, people come together, like business people will come together, people from the village will come together and see a businessman, he's going to have a little more than a person coming from the village. So it's going to create some type of uneven development. So it's just the nature of the beast. That's the hype I was talking about, the hype in the cities. The hype of the city developing. I don't know about the people hype. My car is foreign, so I will ship it there. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna do that. To ship, it's about $6,000 to $8,000 depending on the service you choose. But see, you would think $6,000 to $8,000. Shoot, I can just buy a car over there for $6,000 to $8,000. That's gonna be cheaper. No, it's not. Not in the Gambia anyway. You can't. You probably could buy a car for $6,000 to $8,000. You probably could. You probably, Tania, can you buy a car for $6,000 to $8,000 there? Let us know. Or Pa, tell us to ship a vehicle. So to ship it is going to be $6,000 to $8,000. So Pa, tell us, can you get a vehicle there for that price? $6,000 to $8,000, and if so, what type of vehicle can you get? Is it better just to buy the vehicle there, or is it better to ship it? I think Senegal is more developed than the Gambia, but less hyped. Senegal is hyped by different people. Well, in African American, there's another group of African Americans there. So there's a group of African Americans, like there's a Repat community in the Gambia, in Senegal. Actually, there is a Repat community over there of African Americans. So it's hyped, but it's just what appeals to certain people. You know what I mean? Like, I like Senegal. I like it a lot, but the community that's over there, they really didn't appeal to me. So I didn't get involved with that community. That Repat community I didn't vibe with them. But when I went to the Gambia, the Repat community in the Gambia, I vibed with them a lot. And Nigeria really didn't even have a Repat community. So I was just lost. I didn't have nobody to talk to in Nigeria in the Repat community. But in Gambia, the people were cool. The Repats were cool. They were easy to talk to. They were friendly. The Senegalese people, the Repats, I didn't really talk to them like that. The vibe, I'm just going to say it was the vibe. I look for vibes, what I feel. And I wasn't feeling Senegal Repat community like that. That's why people should have jobs and other income sources, not just depend on donations. Yes, exactly. Because it's expensive. And that's why they got to continue to create drama. They got to continue to create the hype, because they need money. They got to create drama so they can get money so they can live. Glad to hear it's not a shortage of builders. Yeah, no, it's not a shortage of builders. It's the people building. The people building don't have the money to do what they want to do, because I'm telling you, it doesn't work like that in Africa. If you have the money, you can get it. You can get it now. So if you see something lagging in Africa, that's a money issue. They don't have money. Just like the Gambia. You see how it's developing. Fast, fast, fast. They got money. They got money. They got money. That's what I like about West Africa. If you got money, you can get it. You can get it right then. You can get it right there. Ain't no hesitation. But if you don't have money, that's a different story. That's a different story. And see, we come from a credit society. So we're used to doing things on credit, a little at a time. Not there. It don't work like that there. They don't live in a credit society. It's cash. Cash is king. You got cash, you can get it done. I'm telling you, I've seen it too many times. I've seen it done too many times in Africa. It's all about the money over there. That's how we built. That's how we did chickens in my grandparents' farm. You wouldn't want to be around when my granddad practiced pig. Oh no, Lord, I wouldn't. No, I would not want to be around to see that, because when I saw the chicken, I'm still traumatized from that. My husband has even said the problem with Gambians is they don't want to work, but if they do, they're not dependable to show up up daily. Really? Why would he say that? That they don't want to work? They were saying that about the Cameroonian people. Said that to me about the Cameroonian people, and I was like, well, if they don't want, I said, you know what? That's the same thing they say about African Americans, that they're lazy and they don't want to work. And I said, that is not true. All African Americans are not lazy and don't want to work. So, why does he feel like that? That, to me, that's like a stereotype. I don't stereotype my own people. Some of them are lazy. Some of us are lazy as the day is long. Yeah, but that's not the nature of African Americans. African Americans are hard workers. The nature of Africans are hard workers. Because I know Africans and they work. They will work hard. I've seen them. They work hard. Africans work very hard. So I don't see how people say they're lazy. Places and spaces. I'm going to stick to the Publix and the Krogers. Yeah, but you know what, Tania? They could think that because when people get depressed, they get lackadaisical, they get melancholy. That's what they call it. And I saw a lot of that there, melancholiness. I don't even know if that's a word. But people were melancholy because there was no jobs. The tourist industry was gone. So if that's what I do in the tourist industry and that's gone, what am I going to do? So I think a lot of people were shocked that the tourist industry, something they had depended on forever, had almost dried up because of this COVID. And I would question that a little more. Why do you say that your own people are lazy? And my own people, y'all know how we are, but I would never tell anybody African Americans are lazy. We're not lazy. We're just not working for free. Okay? You're going to have to pay us what we worth, or we not doing it at all. So that's not lazy. That's called a fair exchange. My husband and I feel it's best to buy here and ship there. Just don't buy an American manufacturer. No, because you're going to have problems. You're going to have a lot of problems. American cars and car parts are difficult to find in Africa. The electric bill is for a 5,000 square foot, 3-level house. Oh, okay. Let's see what this one says. That's a good idea. Oh, these are a lot of comments, y'all. Okay, let me hurry up and get through here. I'm trying to go fast. Yeah, in my country, people drink powdered milk. Fresh milk is not really a thing. Really? Unless you are, you know what? You're right, Shea Butter Nelly, because the African people that I know, they don't drink that milk that we drink. They drink the powdered milk. She's absolutely right. The milk in that Nino, is it Nino, something like that. That milk, or Peak. That was another one, that Peak milk. Afro Millennium Mama and Eat Love Migrate had real building contractors. They have good houses built within. See what I mean? They have money. They are not looking, they had money. They had money to do their projects. And they hired real contractors because they had money to do their projects. That's the difference. Kiki, you can get a car in the Gambia for that price. Okay, what kind, Visionary Love? Is it a new car? What year? Tell me. Like, what kind of car can I expect for that price with the how many miles you think? I don't see many YouTubers promoting from Senegal. No, look, it is. It is. But it's not going to show up on your feed because you watch Gambia. So YouTube knows she don't watch Senegal. She's not interested in Senegal. So they're not going to even suggest Senegalese videos to you. They don't even do that to me either. They used to, but they stopped suggesting them because they know I don't watch them. So you just have to, if you Google it, you'll find them. Honey, they out there, trust me. It's a lot of them too. Some of these people are embarrassing with their struggle projects and struggle lives. Exactly. That's why the people think we're broke. That's exactly why people describe African American as broke, because they see these broke people on YouTube trying to build projects and they don't have money, so they come and beg, and they think we're all like that. Gambia Electric is run on gas power systems. You pay as you use. From 50 dollars up, depending on the appliances you use. Average Gambian families use freight, so TV and fan. They cook from fire. Oh, see, we don't cook like that. You see that difference? We don't cook like that. We don't cook like that at all. We do not cook from firewood. I don't know if I can do this right now. I got to do some other stuff. I think I got to transfer. I'm sorry, I was talking to my son. Caribbeans are a big Repat community in Nigeria for decades, but not AAs. Oh, that's probably why I don't know. I didn't have nobody to talk to. I sure didn't have nobody to talk to in that community. It was a lonely one. I was like, wow, don't none of us come here. No, there's not even there. When I started my channel, there was not even a YouTube female born in Africa, an African American talking about Nigeria. Travels to Nigeria. They were all connected to Nigeria some type of way, but they were not African American like me. I had no connections that I know of in Nigeria when I started going to Nigeria. So there was none. There was none. They speak French in Senegal, so it's easier for repats to adjust in the Gambia because they don't have a language barrier. That's true. That's true. That's another reason we don't go there, because of the language barrier. We want some place where we know what they're talking about, and we don't have to go through the hassle of trying to learn French. But so a lot of us will learn Wolof. They learn Wolof as a part of that community. But if you remember when all that jumped off with Kwesi and Invest Relocate Africa, the Senegalese repats community did come and try to assist Kwesi with that situation. So they do have a community. Yes, Tania, that's probably why it's less hype. The Gambia is hyped when not yet developed that much, because they want to take advantage of the Gambia. That's the whole thing. I want to get in there and exploit like everybody else is. So let me get myself in there and exploit. I agree. Senegalese seems more advanced. It is more advanced. It's one of the most advanced countries in West Africa, I think, socially, because you got to remember their first president was very advanced. So Senegal is extremely advanced. YouTubers have succeeded in presenting Gambia as lazy scammers looking for exactly. And that's what they've done. That's exactly what they've done. Made the Gambians look like lazy scammers who don't know how to work, who don't know how to do anything. And I'm just like, I can't even believe that. Look, I've never met me either. I've never met a lazy African. And I know a lot of Africans. And I ain't never met one lazy African in my whole life. Never. 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 Now, I have met some lazy nieces because I got one. You can ship a car from the U.S. to the Gambia for $1,500 and clear it from the ports for $1,600 from Europe. It's €1,000. See the price? So see the difference? Why is the price so different then? Can you ship? You can ship. So why is the price different? Tania and Pa, what's the price difference? He says 15, almost 2,000. Tania saying 6 to 8. What's the difference? Afro Millennium has now spoke on the issues with her builder, and she's still waiting for some things to be completed with her builder's contract. So she had problems too. Yeah, but you see how fast she got it done. She had money, and that house is nice. That's true about the milk, and fresh milk won't spoil with unreliable power. Oh, that's true. That's probably why they use that, because you're right. They don't have oh my goodness, that's true. They don't have a stable power source. The Gambian pricing for shipping vehicles and clearing at the port is $1,100 to ship 23. Okay, back even pay $6,000 for their vehicle. Oh, keep it honest now. Oh. So Tania's saying that's how much it really costs. Gambian are family builders. Gambian are family. So even family members who don't work will never lack food or eat. People get together, not separately. Okay. Bonders. Oh, they're bonders. Okay, people bonders. Okay. Sugar, therefore, those YouTubers are not attracting the cream. Exactly. They're not. That's the whole issue. That's what we're saying. Because we don't know the real price, they're attracting these lower income African Americans. And that's why you have the problems that you have over there. That's why you're seeing what you see over there. That's why you're getting this bad representation of African Americans in the Gambia. Because they keep marketing to these lower class people who have lower class culture. I don't understand why they built those big houses with 2-story ceilings, knowing it's hot and you have to cool. Oh, maybe for the air to flow? Maybe that's what I'm thinking. And to give more for the air to flow, anybody know of a non-struggle YouTuber? I know Zinda, but she doesn't post often. She's running her business. No, I don't know one who does it big. Not from them. You are guaranteed to get a good quality maintained vehicle in the Gambia. You are not guaranteed. I'm not trusting their sale gimmicks in the Gambia, and I won't overpay for a vehicle. Oh, okay. So you can't trust them. The vehicles. I am the only I've seen. Am I the only one I've seen is Kiki? Oh, really? No, I'm not begging. No, I go to work. I'm sorry, y'all. I go to work. I work for this. Unfortunately, Zendaya is in IT in the Gambia. I love when she does post, though. Okay, let me see what else. I'm trying to get through these. I was about to say that I've never met a lazy African. They're always on the grind. I haven't. I've never in my life can I say that I've met a lazy African. Yes, beautiful, high quality videos. I love. Oh, y'all talking about Zendaya? Is that how you say her name? Okay. I get photos from time to time of cars to sell in the Gambia for that price. They look good, but I don't know how the details, okay, and the mileage and etc. Right. You got to look at the engine. I wonder what the engine looked like. That's the thing. 6,000 for shipping might depend on the vehicle size, thus container space. Okay, that's true too. Yep, that's true too. Okay, I got caught up with the line. Okay. With the contain, okay. So they're saying it could be. My husband and his mechanic has checked out several vehicles, but had serious issues. So we feel it's better. Oh, not to take a chance now. Yeah, yeah, because you don't know if they play games here with cars. You think they're not playing games with cars over there? I think you pay quite an amount for a taxi to import a car as well. It's not only for shipping. Oh, I'm sorry, tax. You pay import tax also. She's saying you pay for taxes too when you import a car. Shipping a passenger-sized car from the U.S. to Nigeria is what? Is what? We're not buying a Gambian vehicle with our 100,000 miles and 20,000. Girl, stop. Others are welcome to do so. Oh my God. No. No, no, no. I've had the opportunity, a good car in Europe. Otherwise, I would maybe, but okay. So she's saying she would buy the car. So, okay, let's look at these. Let's get back to this. Gambia and Senegal are the same ethnicity, language, religion, and culture is only separated by colonialism. Gambia is basically inside Senegal. Yeah, it really is inside Senegal. So when you go out, say you want to go out, that was one of the things I used to do when I just had to get a touch of America. Okay, I would go out to restaurants to eat dinner. So According to this research article, a combo meal in the Gambia will cost you about as much as it cost. Well, no, it doesn't cost that anymore. A chicken combo meal from Church's Chicken. I don't know if y'all had Church's Chicken, but Church's Chicken has $2 Tuesday. But now you get 2 pieces of chicken for $2. Okay? So they have that same combo in the Gambia. I don't know if it's chicken though, but they have a combo for $2.90. That sounds expensive to me. Okay? A 3-course dinner at a casual restaurant. Now, a casual restaurant here, okay? 3-course dinner for a casual restaurant is $26 for 2 people. An inexpensive meal is for, you can get an inexpensive meal for $1. You can get a regular cappuccino for $1.83. Okay, now that's the prices if you want to go out to dinner. I thought these prices were not actually correct because, like I said, I would go out all the time. I would go to the village because once I discovered the village, and remember, I was there during Ramadan, so there was no other restaurants really open, and I was hungry. I was starving because there was not food around me like that. So I had to go to the village to get food. So that food would cost me, and like I told you, it was for some little chips. They call them chips, and they were just like little, just basic frozen French fries, okay? So for these frozen French fries, all right, these frozen French fries and these 6 nuggets on this wooden stick, it was $15. $15. So if that would have been 2 people who got that, that would have been $30. And that was a casual restaurant. So to me, that is expensive. That was expensive because you don't even get a lot of food for that. So yeah, that to me, that was very expensive. When I was in the moment of eating it, I didn't care how much it cost. You know, I was like $15. Okay, that's what I pay at home. I don't care. I'm just gonna get it. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that was expensive. And I went there like almost every day. Yes, cars back home are expensive. Those shipping costs is too much. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a whole lot. But you're taking a chance, like Tania said, of getting a vehicle that's trash. You're taking a chance of getting a vehicle that you're going to have to work on. Our builder is running the plumbing underground with the borehole being the source of it all. It depends on the builder and the funds available in the construction. Okay. Borehole has nothing to do with not wanting to install proper plumbing. I installed proper plumbing in my house, but needed a borehole to get the water underground and pump it through the pipes. Yeah, don't you need the proper plumbing for the water to get to your house and like for you to have water in your house? Did I miss something about proper plumbing? I might have. It's best to buy food from the street. But you know, when I was in Nigeria, the guy I was with then, he would not let me get food from the street. And what he would always say is because we don't know how long that's been sitting there before we bought it. And he was like, you can't eat that kind of stuff or you're going to get sick. You know, our system is used to this, but you're not. So we don't know if this has been sitting out here all day or if they just made it. So the only thing he would get off the street was something called suya. Now, suya, they would put it on, they would like kind of heat it up and right then and there in front of you. Okay, it was chicken. I know it was beef. I think it was beef. But they would heat that up right in front of you. But other than that, he wouldn't buy anything for me to eat off the street because of food poisoning, fear of food poisoning. Because the food they don't keep it at the same temperatures like we do here. You know how we keep our food at a certain temperature so it won't spoil? They don't do that. So he was scared that, okay, if you eat this food, you're going to get sick. So we didn't do much of that. Kiki's still mad about the 18. Yes, I am. I'm mad about that. When I started thinking about that, I was like, I can't believe I paid that much for some nuggets on a stick and some frozen French fries. Yes, I sure am. I bet you I won't go back though. When I go this time, I'm not going there. 90% of Gambians will never eat at that in the restaurant. Really? Some may once in a year. I guess the different lifestyle the repats are used to. We are restaurant eating and fast food, which most Gambians do not. Yes, we go out to dinner. That's our recreation. That's how we pamper ourselves. We go like, and that's not even pampering. That's just what we do. Yeah, we go out to dinner a lot. Americans go out to dinner a lot. Wow, are you serious? Oh, see the culture clash, y'all? See the culture clash. I loved eating buka food in Nigeria. The bukas. The bukas. Okay, the bukas are the people. I hope I'm saying it right. I think y'all call them cuddies in the Gambia. In Nigeria, they call them the buka. I went there once. And that was the first time I went to Nigeria, and I didn't know that guy. Some of my other friends took me to the buka lady, and it was good. You're right. It was good, and it was not expensive at all. It was good. It was good. It was hot. It was fresh. It was real good. Everybody warned me, but no, it was so good until I got food poisoned. Girl, I did too. I thought I was dying. It was funny, but it wasn't funny then. Yep, I got food poisoning there too, but I got it from the water. I told y'all about the mixed drinks that I had, and the mixed drink had ice in it. That's when I used to drink. I don't drink anymore, but it had ice in it. And then the other day, then I went back the next day and I got another drink. I got I think it was a margarita. It was something where they crush up the ice. I think it was a margarita. I was so sick. I was sick. I told y'all for 40 days. 40 days I was sick. I lost so much weight. I was so skinny. I was just a bone. It was bad. It was so bad. Kiki, go eat in Avera in Gambia. Go and eat on Avera and Gambia. Those grilled meats are roasted enough to kill all the bacteria. Yeah, that's what he said about the suya. He was like, that'll kill it. That's right. Buka. Yeah, buka. That's what it's called. Yeah, I remember them. I went once. I eat nothing but buka food in Nigeria. Eat in restaurants because they're good. The restaurants are delicious, but I don't eat Nigerian food. I don't like Nigerian food. The bukas sell Nigerian food. So I would just get the chicken with the red sauce, but I don't like, believe it or not, I do not like Nigerian food. So I would go to this place called, it was a fish restaurant. I can't even remember the name of it now, but oh my God, I loved it. It's on my channel. It was my favorite restaurant. And I would go there all the time. And I don't even eat seafood in the United States. But in Nigeria, that restaurant, oh my God, it was so good. It was delicious. But the restaurants were expensive, but I was not paying $15. Okay. No, I never paid $15 at the restaurant. If you would go on Victoria Island, maybe so, but not in Ikeja. I was in Ikeja. Most of the time I was there, I was in Ikeja. I'm still going to eat the next time I go. And it's so inexpensive to eat there. It has to be clean buka though. Yeah, because they're not. Man, one time I was there and I looked. We were waiting for somebody. We were just sitting outside and I looked up. This lady was selling food. I looked up and I looked at her kitchen. she was cooking outside. Do you know she had the gasoline, a big plastic container of gasoline, sitting right next to the bowl where she was cutting up her onions and her peppers. In Nigeria, they have these Indomie noodles. These Indomie noodles are delicious, okay? The ladies sell them on the street. And they like the ramen noodles we eat, the ramen noodles that we eat. But, oh, y'all, they taste so good. They put onions in them. They put peppers. They put eggs. I love these Indomie noodles, okay? But when I saw this woman, I wanted some so bad. I looked up and saw the gas sitting next to the bowl where she was cutting up the onions. She pick up the gas, move the gas, go back to cutting up the onions, didn't wash her hands, didn't wash nothing. I said, never again, never again. That's when I was just like, I don't know what I'm going to do about food in Nigeria, because I'm like, all the kitchens are probably nasty like that. Because there's no standard. All of this talk about African food is making me hungry. Yeah, there was no standard. I was like, oh no, I can't do this. Oh yeah, Indomie is so good. Oh my God, it is the best, y'all. Y'all don't know. The Indomie noodles is so good. Did we get them all? Okay, yep. All right, so let me go finish this. So we talked about dining, going out to dinner. That's expensive. If you like me and you like to go out to dinner, that's going to be expensive. That's going to hit you in the pockets, okay? But I didn't care. I brought money for that. I didn't care. That's what I work for, to get what I want, okay? So I didn't care. Just know that. Just know. If you like Kiki and you like to go out to dinner and you like to dine and pamper yourself, it's going to cost you in the Gambia, yeah. It's going to cost you about as much as it does here, if not even more. All right? So, but I don't care, because I know that's me. And if it makes me happy and it brings me joy, I don't mind buying it. All right, so we talked about the meals. Now we're going to talk about clothing. Now, this is something I know is true, because I bought a whole wardrobe. Yeah. When I tell y'all a whole wardrobe for less than $200, I kid you not. And 2 of the dresses were made. 2 of the dresses were made, okay? 2 of the dresses were made. The rest of them I just bought. I went to the market in Serakunda. I went to Banjul's market 3 times. $200. I got a brand new Gambian wardrobe. I got so many clothes, I didn't even get a chance to wear them when I was there, because I was only there for 10 days, and I got a whole brand new wardrobe, and I couldn't even wear them all. I couldn't even wear them all. So the clothes, I can tell you, yeah, they're they're very inexpensive, and you can go there and get nice things. My dresses, I wear a lot of dresses. I like dresses and I like head ties. I got a lot of nice head ties. I got a lot of nice dresses. So when I go back to Gambia, I don't even have to buy clothes. Like, I was going to the store thinking, oh, what do I need to buy? And I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't need to even buy clothes. I bought a whole new wardrobe that's just waiting for me to wear. So yeah, clothing is not expensive. So let's go over the prices. They said the cost index says that clothing cost is significantly less in the Gambia, and that is true, than it is in the European countries and in the US. So that is so very, 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 very true, that clothing is very cheap, very inexpensive. So they say a pair of Levi's, you can buy a pair of Levi's for $8.50. You can buy a pair of Nikes for $54. I don't know if these are legit Nikes, real Nikes, or if these are knockoffs. I just know they said they were Nikes and they were $54. You can buy a pair of leather shoes for $40. You can buy dresses from H&M, and they cost you around $13.50 in the Gambia. And this is true. This is true. The dresses that I wore, I believe my dresses were maybe $13, maybe $14. The dresses I got made were $20. Okay. So I don't remember how much the ones I bought at the market were, but they weren't that expensive. It seemed like they were like 350 to 500 Jalasi, and the dresses that I wanted were expensive. So that was expensive, but not to me. Not to me. They were, I think they were between 300 and 500 Jalasi, because the head ties that I got were 200. I remember they were 200 a piece. Okay. So I just got a lot. I just cleaned up. And like I told you, I know I went with 200 and I came back with some change. All right. But I did. Now, some of the stuff, it depends on who you go with. Okay. Because if you go with somebody who's not looking out for you, who's going to let them take advantage of you, then you're not going to get out. You're going to pay really expensive prices, because I told you for the fabric that I bought, and when I wasn't with the right people, I ended up paying like a lot, like 7,000, 8,000 Dalasi. I think I paid for it, and I shouldn't have paid that much for it. Remember, I paid $15,000 Dalasi for a taxi to Banjul, and I shouldn't have did that. But nobody was looking out for me at that time. The people I was with, they wasn't checking the price, so I got taken advantage of. So it just depends. You can get a good deal on clothes if you're with the right person, but if you're not with the right person, you're going to pay for what you paid here. Let me give you an example. I got a pair of nice, beautiful dress sandals. They were beautiful. They look like glass slippers. I kid you not. They look like Cinderella glass slippers, except you slide your foot into them. Okay. The heel is out and you just slide your foot in, but they look like glass slippers. Very nice shoes. They were $40. I'm thinking, well, $40 is nothing. That's what I pay at home for shoes. $40. So I bought the shoes. So then when I got back to the house, I was talking about the shoes. And then I was thinking, we were talking and we were like, he was like, how much did you pay for the shoes? I said $40. And I'm like, that was a good price. And he was like, how much do you pay for the shoes that you get at home? I said, oh, it depends. I said, if it's work shoes, I'll pay 40 and up. But if it's just little sandals, I don't pay that much. Maybe $20 is the most I'll pay. Right. So he was like, well, why would you pay $40 for shoes here and you pay $40 for shoes at home? That's when he was telling me you should never do that. And if they're quoting you that price, they're quoting you a too high price. You should never pay the same price as that you pay in the United States. Okay. So those shoes, I was overpriced for those shoes, but that's because I wasn't with the right people at that time. Okay. So you can get overpriced, but by and large, if you with somebody who looking out for you, if you with somebody who just, you're not going to let you get scammed, you can get a brand new, and I kid you not, a brand new entire wardrobe for less than $200. Less than $200. All right. So let me go to the comments. So do you agree with that? Do you guys agree about the clothing? That I found the clothing to be reasonable? Not even reasonable. It was just cheap. Yeah, I can't drink the local. No. And y'all know what? Oh my God. When I was in Nigeria, I drank the local water by accident. We was in the village. We was in Benue State, okay? There was no stores around because we were in the village, right? We were that night, we was up having fun, just kicking it. We was up late. Didn't think I was going to be thirsty in the morning. We were at the little bar. They had a little bar in the neighborhood. Somebody had turned their house into a little bar. So we was at the little bar. They was up just kicking it. We was having a nice time. The next morning I woke up, y'all, I was so thirsty. I was so thirsty, but there was no place open. There was nothing open. So my friend went and got me, they have these little satchels, look like a plastic bag that had water in it. Okay. I took a little sip of that water, just a sip. And I'm telling y'all, everything inside of me said, what is this? This is not water. And I spit it out because it didn't taste like, it was thick. You know how our water is not thick. This water was thick. It was like thick. That's the only thing I can describe it as, is thick. And it had like I don't know. It didn't taste like it didn't taste like water. It didn't feel like water in my mouth. And my body just instantly rejected it. And I spit it out. And I was like, oh my God, I got sick that time too. Yeah, I got sick a couple of times in Nigeria. Yeah. You got to be careful going to Africa. But that's the stuff you don't know. That's the stuff you don't know until somebody tell you. I swear by Allah, that research list you are reading regarding costs in the Gambia is not realistic. It's not, Pa. I know it's for Americans. It's for people in the West. It's for us. Realistic on Gambian standards living. Perhaps it's tied. It is. It's tied to Western standards. The average Gambian living is different. Yes, Pa, it is. Yes, it is. That's what they want. That's what we want. It is. So yes, this list is for Americans and people in the West. Okay, because we need different things than you guys. I can't wait to get some things made. All I need is a picture. Yep, that's all you need is a picture. That's what I'm doing now, collecting my pictures of things I'm gonna get made. I'm gonna get me some more clothes when I get there. Yep, just need a picture and show it to them, honey. They can make it from the picture. I'm looking for, the fabrics are beautiful. They are beautiful, and you can get so much, and it's not expensive at all. That is the good thing. Yeah, the live stream is about diaspora living in the Gambia. So yes, so it's about exactly, Miss Shea Butter Nelly, exactly, because we go over there thinking that we look at the Gambians' prices and we think we can live off of that price, but that is not true. It's going to cost us more because we require more. And that's what people are not telling us. It's going to cost you, American and you repat people, more because you guys require more. You guys are what we call high maintenance. You guys are high maintenance and you require more to maintain you, so it's going to cost more. Mike, we're not Gambians, so our cost of living it will not be the same. It's nowhere near the same. Nowhere near the same. And that's what we got to realize, it's not. I suck. Like bartering. I don't like doing that either. Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't like that either. I agree. I agree. My custom made suits in the Gambia. Yeah, it was about $18 USD, made with homemade. She's absolutely right. And they fit perfectly. Do you hear me? They fit perfectly and they are beautiful. Oh my God. I can't wait to get back. Tania, I agree. The repat living standard in the Gambia is very different from the average Gambian based on their lifestyle and their needs. I totally agree. Yep, it is. It's totally, and that's what the repat community over there, they're not the repat, but that's what they're telling us. They're leaving that part out. Let's not share all of our clothing secrets. Yeah, but that's the thing. They're leaving all that out. They're leaving all of that out. They're not saying, but for us, it costs much more for us, much more than it costs the Gambians. I drink the Eva water, bottled water, and I do too. I buy cases. Yes, that was my favorite one. Yep, that was my favorite one. Because some of that bottled water is not good in Nigeria. I had this one called Cascade. It was horrible. It was horrible. Whenever you get thirsty in a place with no water, just buy a bottle of soft drink. But we couldn't even get the soft drink. We couldn't even get a soft drink because everything was closed and there was no stores. It was the village. We couldn't even get a soft drink. But when something finally opened, we did get a soft drink. But we couldn't even get that because everything. And that's the thing about the village. Things are closed in the village. You don't realize things are closed. And it's no store, it's no corner store, it's no walking nowhere. No, you're not going nowhere. You can't get nothing until things open up. So let's talk about something else. Child care cost. See, this is something we don't talk about. But this is an issue in the Gambia because people are going over there with their people, their kids, their children. And this is something Tania and I also talked about. And I've talked about this with some of the other Repat members about schools, about sending their kids to schools in the Gambia. Do the Repats even send their kids to school in the Gambia? I know Harmony sent her kids to school, but do these other kids go to school? I'm curious. Are these kids being educated? Are they being socialized? Because to me, if you don't educate your kid and if you don't socialize your kid, you're child abusing your kid. You're neglecting your kid and you're practicing the worst form of child abuse. So, in the Gambia, let me tell you how cheap it is to send your kid to school. So it's not, if these people aren't sending these kids to school, there's no excuse for it. Okay. So the schools, the public schools for one, are free. So you can send your kid to a Gambian public school for free. Unlike Nigeria, most of the schools in Nigeria, you got to pay for them. There's some public schools until I think you get to maybe 5th grade. Then after that, you got to take a test. And if you don't pass that test and go try and go on, then you got to pay. All right. So, but public schools are free. So repats over there who not sending your kids to school, you can send them to the public school in the Gambia. It's free. All right. Also, preschool. Preschool is about $51 in the Gambia. All right, for the year. The international primary school. The international primary school, which I'm sure is very good because they said most of the Gambians who have money, they opt out of the public school and they send their children to these private schools, okay? The private schools, these are the fees. $51 for the preschool. $51 for the international primary school for a whole year. It's only $338. $338. So why, if these people are not sending their kids to school, because I don't hear them talk about it, so I don't know. But if they are not sending their kids to school to be educated and socialized, I don't know why they're not, because it's only $338 to send them to this international primary school. All right. Compared to in the United States, where it is $20,000 to send your kid to a private primary school. So that's a good thing. You can go to the Gambia and you can get your kid educated for a lot less than you can here. And Africans are pretty smart. So the school, I'm sure the teachers are pretty good because Africans are smart. I have not met an African who was not smart. Africans are pretty smart. Okay, so the monthly rent, let's talk about monthly rent, okay? Monthly rent, according to the Cost of Living Index, is much less expensive than the United States. I don't agree with that because I told you my experience and the prices that I've seen. These prices are astronomical. These prices are unbelievable. And like I said, you don't get a street that you're going to go out your driveway that's paved. You're not going to have a paved road. You're not going to have sewers. You're not going to have drainage. Your infrastructure is not built up yet, not developed, because you are in a developing nation. Okay, so you're not going to have those amenities that you would have if you were in a developed nation like the United States that goes with your rent. That's why you pay to live in certain cities, because you know when I live there, I have certain amenities, right? Right. So you're going to pay this rent, but you're not going to have any amenities to go with it. So just understand that because it's a developing nation. They haven't gotten to that part yet. They're working on it. They're just not there yet. All right. So monthly rent, they said it's much less, but it's much less compared to, guess what they compared it to? Not Dayton, Ohio. They compared it to New York City and San Francisco. Again, the places where the rent is crazy high. Crazy high. Because they don't want to tell you the rent in the Gambia is expensive. But if I compare it to New York and San Francisco, it's not that bad. When it really is bad. So rent prices based on, so this is how rent prices are based in the Gambia. They base rent prices on square footage and location, if it's in the city or outside of the city. Now, these prices I'm going to read you, I bet you 9 times out of 10, these prices are much higher than what I'm telling you. They're much higher because I've been looking and I'm telling you they're much higher than this, okay? So, a 9 square foot apartment, that's what we're talking about. It's not telling me about bedrooms or anything. It's talking about the square footage, okay? In the city, Paul, tell me if this is right. It's going to cost you $482, all right? Outside of the city, and they don't even pay monthly. So this person is giving you monthly. So what I would do, I would charge times this price by 12, or I would times it by 6. You know why? Because that's how you're going to have to pay. And that's the lump sum. I'm going to multiply it. And that's the lump sum you're going to have to pay. All right. You're going to have to pay this lump sum amount. And you're not paying this. Some of them you can pay monthly. I think some of the Taft properties I saw monthly on there. But most in the Gambia, you pay 12 months. So for this $482 apartment, you need to pay $5,784. You're going to have to come up with $5,000, nearly $6,000 every year for this apartment. So if you're on a monthly income, how are you going to do that? If you're on Social Security, if you're on retirement, you're retired. If you're on a monthly fixed income, how are you going to come up with this lump sum? You may get a little income tax money. You may get a little bit of that, but that's going to drop down because you're retired. So where are you going to get this $6,000 every year for your apartment in the city? Okay? Where are you going to get that? So now let's look at the other one. So let's compare outside of the city. So outside of the city, okay? Outside of the city, that's $290 a month times 12. That's $3,000. Almost $3,400.80 that you're going to have to come up with every year to pay your rent. All right? And again, you don't have income like that. You are on a lump sum. Where are you going to get? You are on a monthly income. Where are you going to get this lump sum from? You don't work. You use your monthly income. Where are you going to get it? How are you going to come up with your rent for the next month? It's not like here. There's no rental assistance programs. It's not like here. Where are you going to get the money from? You can get over there. Okay, I can get over there. I got the money for this year, but how are you going to recoup the money from next year when you're not in the United States where you can make dollars to pay that $6,000? How are you going to do that? That's what I want to know. That's what they're not saying to these people. That's the story that's being not told. That's not told. So now let's look at this one. 480 square feet. 480 square, that's small. That is super duper small. That super duper small apartment in this is going to cost you, in the city, is going to cost you $212 a month, $2,554 a year. Again, you got to come up with this $2,054, and that doesn't seem like a lot, huh? But look at the square footage. 480 square feet? Who can live there? Even for one person, that's small. Then out of the city. So if you live out of the city in the villages like John Bonjelli, you hear people talk about that. That's out. That's not in the city. What's the other one? Brikama. That's not in the city. That's out. That's like out of the city. Okay. So let's see. 135 times 12. Now see that one outside of the city, that's $1,620. But you're living outside of the city, You're going to need transportation to take you where you got to go because you're outside of the city. You're not walking to different places because you live in like the outskirts, like kind of like the village. Mm-hmm. So it's going to cost you more transportation because you got to get from where you need to go. And that's going to cost you more. So these are the things that's being left out. All right. So they didn't. And then another thing, they don't even mention the bedrooms. So you know these places probably got to have one bedroom. These are not, or they might be those self-contained, which looks like our studio apartments. It might just be that. For this small footage, you know this cannot be any place that's required to hold a family. So just think how much it costs for a place that's big enough to hold a family. Now, of course, it's cheaper because in New York, they're saying New York is $3,000 a month. San Francisco for a one bedroom is $2,700. Again, these are probably one bedrooms. Again, this is for retirement people. They're looking at retirement people. But retirement people aren't the only people going there. There are people with families going over there. And that's who you see coming back here are the people. That's who you see coming back here. Entertainment. Let's see. Let me go real quick. Do y'all agree with that or disagree with that? Let's go get these comments real quick. Kiki, I now understand. It's good to let your Repat community know about these prices based on their. Yes. Yes, because we will go there thinking we can live like we do in the United States for $500 a month because the people in the African Americans in the Gambia have told us that. Gambia have told us that when they know it's a straight lie. School isn't free. And no, it's not. That's why I was shocked when they said it was free in the Gambia. Yeah, I was shocked about that because most of those times it's not. They could be homeschooling. Yeah, maybe they are. Maybe they are. But the problem with homeschooling is your kids aren't getting socialized. They don't get socialized because a lot of kids, when they come back into the real school, like when I worked at the high school, a lot of kids will be homeschooled till they got to the high school. Then when they got back to high school, guess what? They would have to be in special education. Guess why? Because they had no social skills and they couldn't function in a normal classroom. They couldn't function around all those kids. It's not that they weren't smart. It's not that the parent didn't do a good job of educating them, but the parent didn't do a good job at socializing them because the parent can't socialize them. You got to get out in society and socialize with different people to be socialized. And that's the problem. That's the problem with homeschooling. Your kids don't know how to deal with diverse groups and populations. So if that's what they're doing, they're still doing a disservice to their kids because they're not socializing them. And I've seen that so many times. And I would ask the kids, well, did you like homeschooling? They would say, yes, I like the homeschooling part, but I don't like the part that now I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to interact with people. I don't know how to make friends. And I'm in high school. So school does more than just educate you. It socializes you. And that's so important. That's equally as important as educating you. We typically only eat out once a week on Sundays. Otherwise, they'll cook dinner. Like this time, yeah, I'm going to cook dinner. But that last time, nah, I couldn't cook dinner. I was only there for 10 days. I was just I was on a mission. Not including visa fees. Most don't calculate that. No, they don't. They don't calculate any of this. They don't calculate because I told you when these repats in the Gambia, these people in the Gambia, they're not telling us the truth. I'm tired of $7,500. Is that how much you pay for rent? Please don't tell me that. Did you hear that? $7,500 a month in San Francisco. How much do y'all make? Y'all must make a lot of money over there to pay that rent because they have to give you the money to pay. How much do y'all make? Well, no, that ain't true because they raised our rent and they didn't raise the prices over here. Ouch, right. I can't believe that. How much do they make? What's the average income over there? Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, I would move. I would just move. I would say, forget that. Move to the Midwest. It's cold, but I would, man. Kiki, I believe the research is based on Western standards, everything including rent. Average rent for local Gambian for 3-bedroom apartments is $60. What? And outside, what? Pa, stop it. What kind of apartment is this for $60? Pa, stop it. I don't believe that. What kind of apartment for $60? Tell us. Send me a picture of it. Put us a picture. We want to see it. Because we want to see them $60 apartments for 3 bedrooms. I go clothes shopping with my sister-in-law. If the tailor is making me different pieces, dresses at the market, my husband will negotiate. Yep, you got to have that, or they'll just run over you. They'll eat you alive. You can ask for income assistance by simply going to, oh, really? We got to check into that. I'm going to check into that. What do they give you income assistance for? Yeah, I want to check into that. I need to talk to them. See what they do for the repats over there. Do anyone know anyone that left the Gambia? It was a lot of people who left the Gambia. Yeah, I don't know them personally. I just see them on YouTube. It's true. Public schools are free in the Gambia since 2014 up to high school. You start paying at the university, and that is excellent. So when Gambia gets where they need to go, when they are fully developed, like when they're fully at their peak, Gambia is going to be a nice place to live. It really is. Once it gets through these growing pains, Gambia is going to be really nice. Really nice. It's going to be very nice. I think family exodus took their kids out of school because that's what, yeah, she said that. She said that she took them out because the kids was bullying them. Yeah, she did. But that's the one I knew she did. Now, she had her kids in school. She was the only one I knew who had her kids in school. I didn't know nobody else who had the kids in school. I think somebody else's kid, I think graduated, but I don't know about the other ones. This sounds like Section 8. Right. I want to know about this $60 rent. Where? Tell us, Pa. Okay, so let's talk about what I like to do, entertainment. But I don't like to entertain like this. This is not what I consider entertainment. I like to entertain at home, have my own functions. So these are people who like to go to the nightclub. It was at one point that I did go to nightclubs and I did like to party and I did like to do all that stuff, okay? But I don't do that anymore. But for people who do like to do those things, it's very low cost in the Gambia. Very low cost in the Gambia to go to clubs, to go to beach parties, to go to beach clubs, to go dancing, to go to the movies, to go have special dinner parties. That's what I like to do. I like to have my own special dinner parties. I have my own events at my house. So I'm like the person who throws the parties and everybody comes. So to do that, they're saying that this is very low cost in the Gambia for you to do this, for you to do entertainment. They said compared to New York, where you're going to spend about $500 a month for entertainment and $11 for a movie ticket, you would not nearly spend that much in the Gambia. Although he did not give me prices. Isn't that interesting? He didn't give me the prices of any of this stuff, but he did say it was significantly lower. Also, healthcare. He talked about healthcare. Now, everybody knows healthcare in Africa is less expensive than healthcare in the United States. Okay, so healthcare, he said, is very low compared to US, and there's 3 levels of healthcare. There's the first level, second level, and third level of healthcare. And those levels, the prices vary, okay? The first level is the lowest level, second level is middle level, third level is the highest level, okay? So let's look at this. For a hospital stay, say you got, God forbid, you get sick, you got to stay at the hospital, okay? For one bed per night, well, there's one bed for every 1,000 residents in the Gambia, okay? So there's one hospital bed for every 1,000 people in the Gambia. So that lets you know there's probably going to be a shortage on hospital beds. Okay. So that's one thing. There's a shortage. Many of the facilities are not modern. So don't go there looking, thinking it's going to be like here, because it is not. It is not going to be like here. It's not going to meet any of the standards that we have here. So let's talk about the rates. For the number one, first level hospital is $18 a night. Second level is $24 a night. Third level is $33 a night. All right. For, say you need some outpatient services, you got to get some outpatient testing done. For the first level, it's $4.85. Second level, $6.88. And the third level is $10. All right. And you got to remember, these are not going to be the same standard as testing as we have here in the United States. So please don't expect that. All right. So this guy gave us, let me get these and then we'll talk about the sample budget. He actually did a sample budget for us. San Francisco is one of the oh, you right. So those people make a lot of money. Oh, you right. That's it. That's Silicon Valley. Yeah, no wonder it's high there. You absolutely right. They make money out there. That's great that school is free, because several countries have visited and wasn't that. No, yeah, several countries I visited, that wasn't the case. No, school is not free. That's why I was shocked that they were free in the Gambia. Kiki, be honest, an average can't afford $1,000 rent base on a monthly basis. Wow. That's crazy. That's what we pay here regularly. That's nothing for us. Nothing. 420 friendly. What's 420 friendly mean? What you mean 420 friendly? Is school mandatory? Yeah, is school mandatory, Pa? I don't know. Pa, is school mandatory? In our country, it's mandatory. If you don't send your kids to school, you're going to jail. You're going to jail if you don't send your kids to school. So, Pa, is it mandatory? Clothing again, there we are. Clothing, and there we are again. Our living standard in the Gambia will be $1,000 to $2,000, but when it comes to the Gambian labor, we will dump the prices down. But I mean, how do we have control over that, though, Visionary Love? So we should offer to pay him more? I mean, they set the prices. They tell us, the tailor tells me what he wants to charge me. I don't tell him. He tell me I'm going to charge you this, and I'm going to tell him whether I'm accepted or not. Then I tell him what I'm going to charge him, and he tells me whether he's going to accept it or not. So that has to do with him or her. That's really not the tourist's fault. That's all this with their labor and stuff. That has nothing to do with us. That has to do with the Gambian government. That's a Gambian issue. That's not a Repat issue. Repats can't control that. That's a Gambian issue. And that's the thing. We need to know our limits. We need to know what are our issues and what are Gambian government issues. We are not the Gambian government. We could never be the Gambian government. The Gambian government is the Gambian government. They determine all of that. If the Gambians have an issue with their wages, which I know they're low, then they need to go to the government and talk to the government, not us. We don't have nothing to do with that. No, they're not 420. What are y'all talking about? 420 friendly. What does that mean? Tell me. I don't know. Fill me in like a friend. Kiki, I will not tell you where those rents are. Laugh out loud. You will need the repat money to boost our economy. I know you meant boost. That the local standards. That is local standards, not you guys. Oh yeah, we can't do that. I know that already. For $60, no. No. Let's see. Schooling is not mandatory, but the government encourages people to. Oh, so that's why I see all them kids working over there like that and not in school. No, Kiki, but as soon as they change a bit more, you feel scammed and need to negotiate. No, that's not true, but I'm not paying American prices. That's not true. But I'm not going to pay. If you charging me what I pay in America, you're scamming me. Okay? You're just flat out scamming me. There's no way I should pay what I pay in America. It's just no way. There's no way. And if you charging me that, if that comes out of your mouth, then you should be ashamed because you know you're overcharging me. And I don't ever say people, I don't think like that. I'm not one of those Americans who think like that. I negotiate too, but it has its limits. Yeah, exactly. We all negotiate because they're overcharging us. So you got to negotiate. Any U.S. or European child has to be enrolled in school program within 30 days from withdrawal of the departing country, but they don't do that. See, they don't do that. They don't withdraw because those kids are American citizens. And if somebody contact that embassy over there and tell them American kids are not in school, I wonder what they would do about that. I wonder what our embassy would do about that if they knew American children were over there not being educated and not being socialized. They wouldn't like that. And I got a feeling that's what's going on over there because I listen to them talk, for one. I listen how they speak, and I know they're not going to school and they're not being socialized. The devil's grass refer. Okay, so if it's who 420 friendly, are you talking about the people in the community or are you talking about the police and the government? The dentists are yes, that's where I'm going. I am going there because the dentists here are so expensive. So I got to go get my teeth fixed. And I said, I can't, it's too expensive here. So I said, I'm going to start when I go to the Gambia this time. I'm going to get a dentist over there and start getting my dental work done over there because this is what they're charging me. Y'all wouldn't believe it. And I have dental insurance and they still charging me this ridiculous amount. I'm not doing it. I'm so glad you told me that because I was just talking to Tania about that. I was scared because you know how your family are. You're going to the dentist in Africa? You're going to the dentist in Africa? What? What? Like I'm going to a caveman or something. So, I was asking her about that and she said the same thing. Look at this. The dentists are superb with advanced technology. In the Gambia, the schools near the cities in the Gambia use advanced biotechnology for checking it. See what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Yes. The dental work too. Yeah, but he didn't talk about dental work. But somebody else had told me Aunt Kathy. She didn't tell me. She's not my friend. For people who think she is, she's not my friend. But she was talking about, she was doing dental tours, dental vacations, where she was taking you to the dentist over there for people who needed dental work. And she was talking about how inexpensive the dental work is. So she's the one who really turned me on to it. So yeah, I'm going to let y'all know how that goes too. I'm going to update y'all on the dental work to see, what's it like, if it's better than here. Because the dental work here, man, it's too expensive and it's just ridiculous what they want to charge you. Okay, so I'll let you know about that as it goes. So I'm excited about that. And I'm so excited you said that. Not American 13 to 20s for tailored suit is far from American price. Not American. 13 to 20 is for a tailored suit. Yeah, that's what I pay. So what you want me to say? Do you want me to offer to pay them American prices? I mean, I don't understand. If they're going to do it for 13 to 20, am I supposed to say, no, please, let me pay you more? But I do give them a tip when I come back. So I don't understand. I don't understand. It sounds like you saying that when we negotiate that we're not paying the Gambians a good standard. Maybe some of the African Americans are doing that, but not me. And not the ones on this channel. Not the ones who watch me. Now, the Happy Companion, yeah, he doing that. Now, them other people who building stuff, They doing that, okay? But not nobody on this channel. We do not do that. We do, the Repat community that I'm a part of, we don't overcharge people, and we do not do Gambian people like that. We don't even look at the Gambian people like that. So we're not those African Americans. Like Malcolm X says, you're not dealing with those type of Negroes, okay? We're not those type of Negroes. This can be international school, public school, or online school, but Western children, they must be enrolled in school. I know, and I bet you they're not, because you can tell. I can tell when a kid goes to school and when they don't. 420 is marijuana. Oh, can we say that? Yeah. Trees. Oh, it's trees. So do who celebrate trees in the Gambia? Your signal has been blocked from live on my end. Why? My signal has been blocked from live. Your signal has been blocked from live on my end. Where are you at? What does that mean, y'all? My signal has been blocked. Let me see if it's still, I can still see. What does that mean? Somebody tell me what she's saying. Why would they block my signal? What does that mean, y'all? Did I say something I wasn't supposed to say? I don't know what that means. Yes, Art had yep, she did. Project Smile. She sure did. And I was listening to her. I'm like, okay, I'm going to check that out. Because the prices here is crazy. It's crazy, y'all. And they tell you them prices with a straight face. And I'm looking at them like, what? On 4 different devices. Really? Who? No, Queen Summer, I didn't block you. No, I don't. You know when I block you, honey. I'm gonna tell you off before I block you. So no. And I don't block, I block very few people. Very few people do I block. I don't even, people I don't like, just because I don't get along with them, that don't mean I'm gonna block you. You got to do something. So no, try it again. I don't know why. I didn't block you. No. We can see you. We can see you in your comments. Maybe it's the internet, you think? Yeah. No, you're not blocked at all, because we can still see. If I block you, you can't see, you can't comment. It won't even come up for you to comment. THC uses his lights. THC thinks he has light skin privileges. Yeah, he thinks that. THC thinks he's light skinned. THC thinks he's an Arab. THC thinks he's a Muslim, a pious Muslim, when THC is really just a weak, insecure man. That's it. He's a weak, insecure man. That's all he is. For a man to even talk about light skin privileges, what are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? You don't have no light skin privileges, because I keep telling y'all, you think he light skin. This man is color struck. I would define this man as color struck. As color struck. I really would. Because THC is not what we would define as light skin. Tania, we would define her as light skin. Him, no. We would not define you as light skinned, sir. I'm sorry to tell you that. I'm sorry to break it to you. You're not light skinned, and you don't look like an Arab. You just look like a weak, insecure black man chasing little girls in the Gambia. So there you have it. That's the only privilege you have, is that you got a little money to buy them. That's the privilege that you have. That's the only privilege that you have. Light skin privilege. Please. He's not even light. He wish he was light skinned. You are fine. Okay, good. He wish he was light skinned. And you know he's got an issue with color, because he always talk about it. He's color struck. He is color struck, okay? I'm telling y'all. He's color struck. You can tell what's in a person's heart by what comes out their mouth. Marijuana is a criminalized in the Gambia. Those who smoke it hide themselves. Where do they hide at? Where do they hide? That's what I want to know. Where do they hide at? Kiki looking cute. Hey, incognito. Where you been? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. How you been? Hey, Miss Janice. Hey, you were supposed to text me about your story. When you gonna text me about your story so you can come on the show? Evening, Kiki. You don't have to go to Gambia for cost-effective dental procedures. Dental tourism is excellent. Really? Oh, Tania told me. She told me to go to Mexico. Most Americans go there for. That's what she told me. I'm gonna check it out. Let me write that down. Because she did tell me that. She said, well, why don't you just go to Mexico? I said, no, that's going to be more expensive. But two people done said Mexico. So I'm going to write this down. I'm going to check this out. Yep, Tania said, just go to Mexico. Right, because it's not affordable. It's ridiculous here. It's just ridiculous. And they tell you that stuff with a straight face. I'm looking at them like, are you serious? Thank you, Mike History. Yeah, and they're serious. They tell you the stuff and they be serious, y'all. They be dead serious telling you these prices. No, he's never with his wife because he doesn't want us to see his wife. Somebody, but I know what she looked like. I know. People have told me. Right. He said I can't get past the intro to his videos. Which part? Which part can't you get past? Tell me. Please tell me so I can laugh because he is a clown. You've been lazy. Oh, that's okay. You can be lazy. I'm glad you made it tonight. We've been missing you. Visa and resident permit fees monthly or year. Right, Tania. Nobody ever tells us about that. And guess what? This same article talked about taxes. Nobody told us you pay taxes in the Gambia. Yeah, you pay taxes in the Gambia. You sure do. But I didn't get to that part. It was too much. I was like, oh, that's too much. We're going to talk about that later. But yeah, what about the visa and the residency permits? What about those fees that you got to pay monthly and yearly that nobody ever talks about? And I know visa fees are expensive. Well, I don't know if they're expensive there, but they're expensive here. They're expensive here. They're extremely expensive here. One side note, I think THC is mighty fine, but doesn't act as a. Oh, I don't think he's fine at all. Oh, God. Really? I don't see how women think he's fine. That man is not fine to me at all. Not nowhere. Not even. Oh, God. He is disgusting to me. He is truly disgusting. He's disgusting. West Coast stand. Oh, God. Isn't he supposed to be fasting? Girl, yes. And you see how he's acting? You see how he acts and he's fasting? I've never seen a Muslim who acts like that during Ramadan, but he acts like that all the time because he's a fake Muslim. He's a fake Muslim. THC know he fake. He know he fake as the day is long. He just makes me too. I don't find nothing attractive about him. His spirit is ugly. Once your spirit is ugly, once I see you for who you are, and that's from the inside out, his spirit is ugly. You become an ugly person to me. He makes me cringe. He's an ugly, his soul is dirty. On the inside of here, it's dirty. It's ugly. I don't think he's cute. I don't think he's cute at all. Ugh. He's disgusting to me. That's stupid how he act all stupid and immature. He don't even act like a real man. He act like a little stupid boy trying to get him some. Always giggling, always laughing. Don't no man act like that. Did y'all see him and Aphrodite looking so stupid? Both of them up there laughing and giggling like two little high school girls. I said, are they drunk? What is wrong with them? What? I don't know no African man that act like Afro-Damas, and I don't know no black man that act like THC. No real black man, and definitely not I don't know no Muslim man that act like that. None. This man is a low self-esteem, chasing young girls, paying their whole family to be with him, because that's what he got to do. That's why he always got to do all these businesses, because he got to not only pay the wife, y'all, he got to pay the family. Y'all know how it go in the Gambia. He taking care of the whole family for these little young girls. They ain't free. Why y'all think he doing all these businesses, trying to hustle up $1? Why y'all think he putting all these videos out on YouTube, just throwing them? Because he hoping he can get 1,000 views so he can get some money. Because if the video don't have 1,000 views, you don't get paid on YouTube for that video. Okay? So that's why he keep throwing them. Because he want to get to that 1,000 because he need that money. He got a whole tribe dependent on him. A whole tribe that he got to pay. Because he married their little young daughter. Yes. So he got to pay for it. Yes. He got to pay to play. Yes. And that's what he's doing. So I can't never find a man like that attractive. Never. He's, like I said, he's ugly on the inside. His soul is dirty. Yeah, he's kind of dumb. No, he's very dumb. He's not intelligent at all. I don't like men who are not intelligent. I don't like men who cannot hold an intellectual conversation. He can't even hold an intellectual conversation. He is just disgusting. He is just disgusting all the way around. All the eye, all in, yes, it's in the eyes. Like my grandma said, you right. It's in the eyes of the beholder. You right, Miss Elaine. You are so right. It's all in the eyes of the beholder. You still have to pay U.S. income tax when you move to the Gambia. Have you ever heard him say that? Have you heard him sit up and say, I think I seen Dusty, the dusty peasant, travel with Tay Tay. I think I seen that dusty peasant fill out her taxes one time. I think she was the only person I ever seen mention that. Yeah. Do they even fill out taxes? Do they? They don't, them people in the Gambia, them Americans in the Gambia, they don't look like they filling out taxes, honey. They don't look like they filled out taxes in the United States. And they don't look like they're filling out taxes in Africa. Okay? These are the type of people we're dealing with. We're dealing with. Yep, still got to file. You still got to file, but they probably didn't file when they was here. They was probably them people who don't never file their taxes. And when they file the taxes, they lie on them. Anybody ever ship pets? I think Tania said you could ship the pet goes on the flight with you. And it's called, I don't know how much it costs. Tania know. Tania, answer that question. I think she know. Okay, look. We talked about rent. Oh, so here's his sample budget. He said, this person said, for a sample, for 2-person household in the Gambia, this is only 2 people. Remember, we're talking about retired couples, like the Arrival. Okay? It's for people like them. It's for people like the Arrival. And look at the Arrival. They're doing good. They're doing really good. They got their house built. You see, they had that money. You see what I mean? They had that shmoney. They had some shmoney. When you got that shmoney, you can get it done. You can get it done. You see, they had it done. So for them, that's the type of people the Gambia is set up for. Those type of people, retired couples. All right. So a 2-person household, like the Gambia, retired couple, $273 per person. Other expenses, $132. Then other expenses, they said like food and other accessories, $482. So the total price, this man says we're going to need to live in the Gambia for 2 people. 482 is $887. All right, $887. I don't even know how they're getting in here, Blair. There must be a hole in the screen. I don't even know. I'm sorry, I'm talking to my son. $887 is what you're going to need to live in the Gambia. A piece per person. All right. per person, $887. Rent is not normally a monthly thing in the Gambia, and it depends on where you went. All right. They said the house, a 2-bedroom house, townhouse in the Gambia can cost you $100,000. A 5-bedroom house in the Gambia can cost you $350,000. That sound like here. That sound like here. Condos and apartments can cost you $100,000 to buy them. That sounds like here. Have we heard anybody ever tell us that? No. I heard somebody say you can buy a house with $20,000. In the Gambia, all you need is $20,000 and you could get a nice house. But not according to this study. A 2-bedroom townhouse is $100,000. A 5-bedroom home, $350,000. What it costs here? Condos and apartments, $100,000. What it costs here? That doesn't mean don't go to the Gambia. But what that means is keep your eyes open. Keep your mind right. Pay attention. Don't walk into this foolishly. Don't be a fool and believe what these people are telling us. Because it's not true. It's not true. So if you want to live outside of the city in the village, you're going to save a little money because you can get a 3-bedroom house out there for $100,000. But again, it's out in the middle of nowhere. Okay? You're going to have to drive to get everything you need. You're going to have to drive to go everywhere you need to go to. That's the drawback. You're not near anything. That is the drawback. So, are we being told that? Have you ever heard those prices for housing? I haven't. 100,000, 350,000, 100,000 for an apartment? I might as well buy a house here. Then they have, if you want to go outside, remember, outside of the city, you can get a detached home for $70,000. What happened to the 20, y'all? What happened to the 20 that they telling us, oh, you can come and you can spend? What happened to that? What happened to the 20,000? That's what I want to know. What happened to that? You can get a detached home for under 70. Under 70 in the village, under 70. We were never told that. We were never told that. $500 a month is not going to get you a house for house under $70,000 in a village. It's not going to get you that. So again, according to this study, you need at least $887 per person to live comfortably. Not even comfortably, to live, just to live in the Gambia, according to American standards. Because you can lie and say you're going to live like the Gambians, but you know you're not. You know you're not. Okay? You know you need electricity. You know you need electricity. You know you need AC. You need all that. So don't act like you don't. So, there you have it. Those are all the prices. So, you can retire to the Gambia and you can have maybe $1,500 a month. I wouldn't want to do that, but $1,500 a month, maybe you could do okay, but that's not including your rent. Now remember, you got to come up with your rent every month, and that $1,500 is for you. You're going to need another $1,500 for your spouse. You're going to need another $1,500 for your kid. You're going to need another $1,500 for your other kid. So depending on how many people are around you, you're going to need at least that. But according to this article, $887 can do it. but I don't know how, y'all. You're gonna be roughing it. You're gonna be tight, you're gonna be on YouTube big, and like you see the content creators doing. Have pets fly with you, but you have to purchase their ticket on the flight unless they're small enough to fit under the seat in the cabin. Oh, they'll let them fit under the seat in the cabin? Really? I didn't know that. That's nice. I thought they had to fly in that underhead thing, in the where they keep the suitcases. Love the arrival. He got hey Henrietta. Who are they? I don't watch the arrival. I'm sorry. I know. I just know who they are, but I don't watch their show. The arrival is a class act. I don't know. I don't watch them. I just know they got their house together, and I know they retired. I watched them when they first came, and then I just realized I wasn't interested. Gambia tax system, yes, it's different. Taxes are charged on the good when they arrive at the ports. Businesses pay taxes annually. Yeah, we do too. So there's different, and I didn't even know that they have taxes. So you're being taxed in the Gambia. They never told us that either. They are great. They never told us that either. None of have any of them. Maybe I didn't hear them talk about it. Maybe I just didn't hear them. Prices too high for the Gambia. Yeah, they are. Incognito. That's what we were saying. Those prices are too high for the Gambia. Who's getting this money? Who's reaping the benefit from this? I have 2 pits, but I think they might stay here with their dad. Oh, you're gonna miss them. Just those house prices. Yeah, they're ridiculous. It's cheap, but who knows if it's cheaper? Who knows? If you don't get hooked up with the right contractor, it may not be. That's another chance you got to take. You got to know the right people. Sounds cheaper to stay where I am, where I'm at. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound cheaper to stay and just go visit? Harrietta, Benjamin, Grip, and Carryall. I adore the. Oh, who are they? Oh, is that their dogs or something? I don't know. I don't watch that. I don't know what y'all talking about. I have no clue what y'all are talking about. Who are they? They're dogs and cats. Oh, I don't know who that is, y'all. So, yeah, these are some of the things I discovered doing this little research. I didn't even think about. I had no idea that those were expenses that we were going to have to face. You need to land too. Fencing cost already some thousands, and it depends on where it is. See, and you got to put up a fence, and that costs thousands. Yeah, this is real. This is more expensive than what they're telling us. What is the price of gasoline and transportation? Gasoline was $1 a gallon. But that's according to this article. Pa, how much is gasoline? Transportation prices can vary depending on how you want to be transported. Okay. If you do a group taxi, they said it's only 20 cents. Okay. If you want your own car, it will cost more. I think it's 500, Delasi. I think it's 500 if you just want your own private car. But transportation cost wasn't that bad to me. I didn't think transportation was too bad. So to me, I'd rather hire a driver, have my own driver, to just run me around, because I just think that that's cheaper than just buying a car and going through all that transportation stuff. And the gasoline, like I said, it was about $1 a gallon. They said it was $1 a gallon, but I'm sure that fluctuates also. Their dogs and chick. Oh, their dogs and their chick. Oh, their pets. Okay. No, I don't watch them. Okay, so it's right. Gasoline around okay, good. So gasoline is around $1 a gallon. So we were right about that. He was right about that. So look, guys, that is all I have tonight. We have talked about the real prices, what it really costs to live in the Gambia. Okay, we just broke it down. What it really costs to live in the Gambia. Okay, No more pretending like it's only $500. We know it's more than $500 to live in the Gambia. We just broke it down, okay? We know you're gonna need, this article said $887, but we're saying you're gonna need about $1,500 to $2,000 per person. Per person. And that's for real. That's for real. And if you're not going there with that type of money every month, then I suggest you work here and visit. Visit, get you a place there, put your money in, work, and then get you a place. If you want to build a place, start building the place while you're here, and you can send money there to get your place built. Okay. Start sending money while you're here to buy your house. That's what you need to do. Instead of going there, just selling everything and going there with your $20,000, your $60,000, and thinking you're going to rule the world. You're going to get your house, you're going to get your car, you're going to get your business, you're going to get everything with this little bit of money, and you're not. That's why people think we're broke, because it comes from poor planning. Poor planning makes poor performance. That's what I used to tell my dance team all the time. That's what I tell my drill team now. Poor planning makes poor performance. Okay? So you got to plan. All I'm telling you guys is we got to plan this out. We got to plan this. Take you trips to the Gambia, like I'm doing this time. I'm going to look for me a house. I'm going to physically go and look for a house. Okay? Then I'm going to decide, okay, this is the house I want. This is the house I'm going to get. I'm going to come back home, make money, send money back to get that house that I want. Okay? I'm not going to be on YouTube begging for money for you to buy me a house, for you to build me a house. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to ask you to donate to fund me so I can have a house in the Gambia. That's my responsibility as an adult in this Repat community, is to fund my own housing. So what I'm telling you, to be adults in this Repat community, you need to go and visit first before you just up and go. Take steps. It's a journey. A journey takes time to get there. It's not something you just do overnight. It's not a trip. It's a journey. It takes time. So go visit. Find you a house. Send the money for the house. If you want to build the house, build the house. Send money to build the house. But don't just run over there and you don't have enough money to do any of that. All this stuff takes money. You have access to dollars in the United States. When you go to the Gambia and up and move like that, you don't have access to dollars anymore. Only access you have to dollars are the ones that you have coming in. You don't have access to go out and just go make more money. Oh, like we do here. Oh, I need some more money. Okay, let me go do something else. Let me go get a little part-time job so I can hustle up this money. You can't do that when you're in the Gambia, because there's no way to hustle up the money except hustle YouTube, hustle us. And that's what they're doing, hustling us with their scams and their side stories. Hustle us to donate to their cash apps or whatever they have on there. That's the hustle, because they can't hustle and get no dollars no other way, so they're going to hustle us. So you don't want to be in that situation. You don't. So the way you can avoid that situation is, remember, you're on a Repat journey, and it takes time. It takes time. Slowly build your life there. Gradually build your life there. Plan properly so you can perform properly. Okay? So that's what this was about tonight. So we could help you guys plan properly. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please remember, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And please, if you haven't liked the video, please be sure to like the video. And also, if you'd like to become a member of the Gambia Repat Association, please do so. email me at kikilovesnigeria@gmail.com and say, hey, Kiki, I want to be a member. It's never too late to be a member. It's never too late to join. All right. It's just us coming together to make this repat journey a little easier for all of us. We're working together to make this repat journey easier for all of us. We're going to make this an honest journey, and we're going to try to make it as easy as possible. All right. So that's all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for staying with me. I can't see how long we've been on here. It's too far away. But however long we've been on here, thank you so much for riding it out with me. Pa, thank you for coming on and giving your advice like you always do. Thank you so much to everybody. Thank you, Tania, for your input. Thank you, Happy Visionary of Love. Thank you, Places and Spaces. Thank you, Robin I Am. Thank you, Miss Nellie. Thank you, Miss Elaine. Oh my God. Thank you, Miss Lonnie. I hope I remembered it. Incognito, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. Who else, y'all? I hope I didn't miss nobody, but I love y'all. Thank you for coming out, and I will see y'all. Let me see if I got any comments. Oh, shoot. Hold on, y'all. We got comments. We can't hang up yet. We got to go through these comments. Gambia is best for retirement. Exactly. Thank you. But for the youth, it's best for vacation. Yes. For young people, it's best for vacation. For people who are older, it's best for retirement. It's been a fun and informative show. Good night, Kiki. Good night, Places and Spaces. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming and participating. I'm gonna vlog all of it because I want you guys to see what I go through. I want you to see because it was frustrating doing it from this end. It was very frustrating. Bag always emphasized, oh, they talk about the taxes you got to pay. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I didn't know that till I was reading this article, and I was like, what? Y'all need to visit a few times, get a reliable contractor, and plan. Yes, plan. Think like the Africans in the places you visit and stay right. That's 100. What just said. That's it. That's it. That is it. You got to think like the Africans that are around us, okay? You got to visit and you got to stay humble. Even though I got my little bougie attitude and my little bougie little things that I love to do, but people who ever know me, they will tell you Kiki is the humblest person I have ever met. And I do stay humble. I do stay humble. I was raised to always be humble. No matter what, you always be humble. And that's the type of person I am. And you're absolutely right. That is the key right there, to stay humble. As long as you stay humble, you're going to always learn. That's what Bag is doing as well, hustling you. They ain't hustling me. Oh, no, they not hustling me, honey. They hustling other people, but they are not hustling Kiki Loves Nigeria. Gotta rewind. Thanks. No, thank you for coming because we missed you. No, Visionary of Love. No, they don't do that to Kiki. Thanks, Kiki. No, thank you, Visionary of Love. Your input is always interesting and valuable. Good night, Robin I Am. Thank you. Thank everybody. I couldn't go out here without leaving y'all comments up here. I gotta see them all. Good night, everyone. Yeah. Good night. Good night, Tania. She's saying good night to you, Tania. Let me get this one say. Good night, everyone. Good night, beautiful African queen. Thank you for coming by. I haven't seen you in so long. I appreciate it. Good night, everyone. And thank you, everybody, for everything. Your comments, they mean a lot. Yeah, your interactions, that's what keep the show going. That's what makes my show. You guys. That's why I call it your show. This is your show. It's not my show. Informative show. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you, Robin I Am. Thank you. All right, y'all. I think we got them all. Good night, Tania. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. Like Russell Simmons used to say, Good night, and thank you for coming out. All right. I'll see y'all. I was trying to think of the show he used to say it on. I can't remember. But Martin was on there. It was a comedy show. But hey, thank y'all for coming out. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see y'all later.